Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The Shadow knows.
Blue Coal presents The Shadow, a man of mystery who strikes terror in the very souls of sharpsters, lawbreakers, and criminals. All signs point to a severe winter. Be prepared. If you want to be sure of even, dependable, healthful heat in any kind of weather, insist on Blue Coal, America's finest anthracite mined from the fields of northern Pennsylvania. The coal that has colored a harmless blue at the mine for your protection.
You can't have me to the jail. You can't do it. Let me out of here. Let me...
Paul Gordon, listen.
Huh? I can't see anybody. Who's that?
I am the Shadow. Stop. We haven't much time. We must hurry, Gordon. You're in the death house, charged with murder.
Yes, I'm innocent. I'm innocent. But nobody knows it.
Take courage, Gordon. The Shadow knows. All right, Margot, won't you sit down? I told Albo to serve our coffee here in the library, unless you'd rather go on the terrace.
No, I prefer it here.
Then let me see you smile. The frown is most unbecoming.
Lamont, give it up.
Give what up, my dear? Drinking coffee?
I'm serious, Lamont Cranston. When I foolishly let you know that... You remember what you said? It will be exactly 5 years next week.
But there's still so much to do, Margot.
Well, then let somebody else do it. Don't you realize that you can't keep on like this forever? Someone's certain to identify you, and when that someone does, someone else is certain to kill you.
Perhaps, but until they do... Oh, darling, stop frowning.
I don't mean necessarily to give up your work, Lamont, but this other. Let the Shadow just disappear and come out openly. Join the organized forces of law and police.
Won't you realize, Margot, that my entire youthfulness to the organized forces of law and police lies in my remaining outside those forces, in remaining always the Shadow. Would they approve my methods? Would they believe in my science?
You would make them believe. You could make them approve.
And in doing so, reveal my secrets, my knowledge. Reveal them and eventually let them fall into the hands of organized crime. No, Margot. No one must ever know. No one but you. Why do you think I've devoted countless hours to investigating electrical and chemical phenomena? Why do you think I went to India, to Egypt, to China? What do you think I studied in London, Paris, and Vienna? Except to learn the old mysteries that modern science has not yet rediscovered. The natural magic modern psychology is beginning to understand, and, well, magic that wouldn't seem so natural. I studied and learned for a purpose, my dear.
All right, Lamont, I realize all that. But now the entire underworld has but one objective, to erase the Shadow. And to me that means...
Until they know what the Shadow is, and who he is, what can they do? Stop and think how many criminals are either dead or in prison because of our activities. Why, even now, tonight, as we sit quietly here, somewhere, an innocent human being may be in desperate trouble. Somewhere, perhaps, there is a problem that can never be solved, except by the Shadow.
What did the doctor say, Grace?
It was good news and bad, too, I'm afraid, dear.
Well, whatever it was, dear, tell me.
Well, he said the baby could be perfectly well again within a year.
Oh, thank God for that. The poor kid. She's had a tough time. Well, what else?
Well, this part isn't so good, Paul. She'll need treatment during all that time. Paul, treatments cost money.
I know. Well, we'll have to manage somehow. You didn't do a very good job marrying me, dear. Yeah, I can only get a job. I've got my health and I've got brains. No one seems to want them.
Oh, they will, dear. They've got to.
You're right about that. We're just about down to rock bottom. I've raised every cent I can on the house and car. There isn't anything left.
You and I are still left, Paul. And we've got to take care of Sally. She's our daughter, Paul, and she's got to have her chance.
She's going to have it. Somehow. Tomorrow I'll start out and take anything I can get.
Darling, perhaps tomorrow things will break for us.
Yes. If only they don't break the wrong way.
No more beds. Okay. Over here.
Excuse me, but are you the boss here?
That's right.
I'm looking for a job.
Nothing doing, buddy.
I'll do anything. Wait on table, wash dishes, anything at all.
I don't need any more help.
Well, how about delivering things? I've got a car.
Nope, I don't deliver nothing. Sorry, don't need you.
I see. All right. Thanks. Hey, you. What? You calling to me? Yeah, sit down. Have a beer. No, thanks. I don't drink. Anyhow, sit down. Meet a friend of mine named Lefty. My name's Red. Look at my hair and you'll know why. Well, I'm glad to meet you both. Gordon's my name. Paul Gordon. Well, did you want to talk to me about something?
We might be able to help you out. Sounds like you're looking for a job.
You bet I am. I need one. You know anybody that could use me?
Maybe. We don't know you yet.
So far as that goes, I don't know you either.
See, Red, the guy's smart.
Yeah, maybe too smart.
Now, look here, Mr. Gordon. We need a car, and we need somebody to drive it for us. You understand?
Well, I've got a car, and I can drive.
Is it a good car? Has it got speed?
I'll guarantee you up to 80.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Now, listen, kid. How about meeting us tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock?
All right. Where?
Well, let's see. We're going to, I got it. Right in front of the Uptown Bank. We got to go there first to cash a check.
Well, how about $5 a day?
That's so. But you remember, be there at 9 o'clock or you don't get no job.
Don't worry, I'll be there. I'll be there at 8 o'clock.
Hey, buddy, you can't keep this car in front of the bank all day. Have you see that sign, no parking?
I'm not parking, officer. I'm waiting for a couple of men. I'm working for them.
Hey, what's that?
Oh, my shot. In the back.
Come on, you got that before. Step on it, pull it. Hey, buddy, you can't do that.
Get gone, I was joke.
Let him have it, Red. Hold him off. I'll hold him. We should never have shot that cop. Can't you get no more speed out of this car, fella? She's doing all she can. Shoot at their tires, Red. Missed him. Right a windshield. Say, let me out of this. Take the car. They'll think I'm in with you. That's just what we're figuring on. Now, here comes the curb. After you make that stop. Get ready, Red. I'm ready. I'm just leaving the evidence. Put it under the seat cushion. Right. Okay, goodbye, Gordon. Thanks for the... Hey, wait, you guys. Don't leave me like this. They'll think I did it. Hey, come on back, will you? Up in the hand. Come on, get him up. All right, officer. I haven't got a gun. I wasn't in it. They made me drive the car. Yeah, keep your hands up just the same. Go throw the car, Charlie. Okay, son. Now, fella, you might as well come clean on this. I haven't done anything. I tell you, I'm innocent. Hey, Sarge, I got it. Under the rear seat cushion, a bag full of bills and a gun. That's the gun that bumped off my buddy Louis. And you say you're innocent. Yes, I am. Well, it'll take more than saying so to keep you out of the electric chair. Order in the court. Order in the court. Paul Gordon, the jury have found you guilty of robbery under arms and statutory murder. You have been shown to have had both motive and opportunity. The prosecution has piled up a mass of incontrovertible evidence, and I myself have no doubt of your guilt. Therefore, in accordance with the law, I direct that you be taken from here to the place from whence you came, and that there you be put to death in the manner stated by the law. And may God have mercy on your soul.
Hey, who was that? Where's that lamp? Hold up. Bring that person before the court.
Well, I don't know where he is, Your Honor.
The knock came from over there. In that corner.
Yes. Yes, Your Honor, but there's no one in that corner. Only a shadow.
Go to sleep, dear. Mother'll be right here in the next room. Oh, God. Please help me. Help me. I don't know what to do. Yes? Who is it?
My name is Margot Lane. I have a message for you, Mrs. Gordon.
You're not a reporter, are you?
No, I'm a friend. I've come to help.
Oh, then please come in.
What is it you want, Miss Lane?
Mrs. Gordon, your husband has a friend who's going to help him. Here's $1,000 in cash. That's for you and Sally.
1,000? Who was it sent this to me?
For that I can't tell you. But the message with it is not to lose hope.
But there is hope for Paul, then.
The man who sent this to you never fails.
Who is he?
Well, that I can't tell you.
But, Miss Lane, you know him.
Sometimes I wonder whether I do. I love him. But I wonder whether I know him.
What do you mean?
It's hard to tell whether I really know the man or only his shadow.
Well, Lefty, tonight the fall guy goes to the chair.
That's what he gets for being a sucker.
Yeah, there's not a clue that even points our way.
Not even a print. We had gloves on all the time.
You had yours off for a minute when you were sitting next to him.
Yeah, but I didn't touch the wheel.
Then we ain't left a clue.
You think so?
Who said that? You, Lefty?
No, I thought it was you.
It was I. You cannot see me.
Who are you?
And where are you?
I am here in the room, in the shadow. You have pinned your crime on an innocent man. He shall not suffer, but you will.
I don't know who you are, where you are, but you're bluffing anyway. You got no evidence. We didn't leave a clue.
You did leave a clue. A clue that will send you to the chair.
What was it? Where was it? The line.
Wouldn't you like to believe that? Keep thinking about it. Keep thinking about the clue that you forgot. Margot Lane. Paul Gordon is in the death house and is to die in the chair tonight. I am going to him now. We can still save him. Stand by for orders.
In a few moments, we will return to the shadow. But before we do, let me stress this one fact. For home heating, anthracite is best. And America's finest anthracite is blue coal. Anthracite is the healthful fuel. It gives steady, uniform heat that helps prevent colds and cuts down doctor's bills. For with anthracite, there is no quick chilling of the house, such as you get with fuels of the on and off type, or with quick burning fuels that flare up and burn out. Bear in mind that heating plants in this part of the country were especially designed to burn anthracite. So before that cold snap catches you unaware, call your local blue coal dealer. You'll find his name listed in the Where to Buy It section of your classified directory under the words Blue Coal. Call him tomorrow and order a supply of America's finest anthracite.
Gordon, have you got any word from the governor? I'm sorry, Gordon. The governor refuses to take any action.
Thank you.
I've got to go. Tonight? At 11 o'clock. What time is it now? Almost 10. Is there anything I can do for you?
No.
Thank you, boy. Very well. These guards will move you to another cell. I'll be back in a little while.
Ready, Gordon?
Yes, Scott. We're just gonna move you to another cell. What does it matter?
The one you're going to is nearer.
Nearer to the chair, got it? All right. Let's go.
All right, Gordon. Walk to the left.
We'll be right here behind you.
Unlock the door into this preparation chamber, please.
Okay. Just a second.
All right. Go on through, Gordon. Watch him, Pete. I'll shut the door.
What's the use of all this trouble? What chance have I got now? I'm afraid you haven't got much, fella.
I wouldn't say that.
What do you mean?
Holy smokes. Look behind you.
Where?
There. Oh, too bad. I hated to do that, but there wasn't any other way, and you'll only be out for a while. Now, Gordon, listen to me.
Hey, where are you? I can't see you anymore. Where have you gone?
Back into the shadow. Now, Gordon, we haven't much time. Listen to me. No crime is perfect. There's always somewhere a loose end. The only reason that all crimes aren't solved is because there's some one fact that someone knows and doesn't tell. And sometimes they don't tell because they don't know that they know.
I told everything I know in court. You wouldn't believe me then.
Because you couldn't prove what you said. We are going after the proof now. You and I.
How?
I'm going to think with your mind.
I don't know what you mean.
Don't try to understand. Just do as I tell you. I want you to concentrate, Gordon. Fix your mind on everything that happened that day. Make mental pictures. I'll see what you see. I'll try now. No, Gordon. Stop thinking about your wife and baby.
How did you know I was thinking about them?
I saw it in your mind. I see in my mind the pictures you create in yours.
Oh, like television?
Yeah. Or like mental telepathy or mind reading, hypnotism, whatever you choose. There's no time to talk. Stop talking. Think.
I will. I'm thinking now.
The picture is getting clearer. That's better. Go on. The restaurant? The bar? Gordon, stop thinking about the electric chair. It blurs the picture.
I'll try.
Ah, that's better. The car in front of the bank. Yes, I see it. The policeman. The crowd. Yes. Wait a minute. The small man with red hair. He was the one you called Red. Yeah, I see him. Crooked nose, short, glasses. I know that man. He's Red Sloan.
It's hard to see.
I know. Think for your life. Try hard. Yes, you started the car. The other, Lefty, was in front with you. Lefty. See him for me, Gordon. Yeah. A scar on his left cheek. Why didn't you mention that in court? Never mind. Concentrate. Yes. Lefty couldn't keep you covered with a gun and look back at the same time. What did he do?
He reached up and twisted the rear view mirror.
Now we've got it. That's the loose end. That's where his thumbprint will be. Gordon, now I can save you. You've told the truth. You didn't know you knew.
more there.
Now, two.
Another one over here.
Red, you're a fool for coming in here again. This is the place we picked up that kid that's burning tonight. What you want to come in here for?
This is as good a place as any, ain't it? Hey, telephone for you, Lefty.
Telephone?
Yeah, maybe you never heard of it, but it's a great invention.
But nobody knows I'm here.
Well, somebody knows because they're waiting on the phone for you. It's over there on the wall.
Okay.
Don't be too long, Lefty.
Hello? Hey, what are you laughing at? Who is this?
Lefty, did you ever hear of the shadow?
Yeah. Say, what is this?
Too bad about young Gordon, isn't it, Lefty?
What do you know about that?
The shadow knows.
Who are you? What do you want?
I want justice. Justice for Paul Gordon, Lefty. And I'm going to get it.
But you ain't got no evidence.
No. Perhaps there are some fingerprints, Lefty.
Oh, no, we had gloves on. There couldn't be no fingerprints.
Did you have gloves on all the time?
Yeah, sure. I did.
You're left-handed. Now listen carefully, Lefty. When you were sitting in the front seat of Gordon's car, your gun was in your left hand. Remember?
Say, you ain't nobody. It's just... Say, how do you know?
What did you do with your right hand?
My right hand?
You took off your right glove, didn't you?
Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, gosh, I'm going nuts.
And you couldn't see the car that was chasing you because the angle of the rear view mirror was adjusted for the driver and you weren't driving, so... Do you remember what you did?
No, I didn't. I didn't take it off.
Are you sure you didn't reach up with your bare right hand and turn that rear view mirror? Are you sure, Lefty?
No, I didn't. Maybe I did. But...
If the police find that fingerprint, you'll burn, Lefty. Just the way young Gordon's going to burn tonight. Goodbye, Lefty.
Hey, wait a minute.
He hung up. No, I won't burn you. Hey, Red!
Yeah, sat in the cab long enough. Say, who was the guy?
Never mind that. Where's that car of Gordon's now?
In his garage. I guess I heard it wiped.
Listen, what? I got a hunch. There's some fingerprints of mine in that car. Red, we gotta wipe them off of there, or maybe we'll burn in that chair, too.
Come on, let's go.
But, Commissioner...
I'm sorry, Miss Lane, but I don't see what we can do.
But I tell you, Paul Gordon is innocent. The men who committed the crime are free.
Where did you get this information?
Oh, that I can't tell you.
Miss Lane, Paul Gordon was convicted of murder by due processes of law. Tonight he pays for his crime in the electric chair. If the police listened to every crank who came in here claiming new
But
evidence...
they can't send an innocent man to the chair. They can't do it.
No, but they can send a guilty man. And according to the evidence, Paul Gordon is guilty.
Commissioner, suppose that afterwards, when it's too late, they discover that Paul Gordon wasn't guilty after all. And suppose I testify that the police refused to listen.
Well, what do you want me to do? If it's within reason, I'll do that.
I want you to send some men to that garage. I want you to catch the guilty men and see that justice is done.
Poor Mac. I'm frightened. Brace up, Gordon. It won't be long.
Get your chin up, buddy. My turn next. So long, fella. Good luck. Goodbye, kid.
Where is he? He promised to save me.
Who, son?
I don't know. It was a voice. Just a voice. He said he'd stand by.
Now, steady, old man. Don't lose your nerve, Gordon. Open it up, men.
No, I won't go in there. I didn't do it. I didn't kill him. I tell you. He said he'd stand by. He's walking away. Only a few minutes more. Just a few minutes. Don't take me in there yet. Now, wait, please. He said, please wait.
Easy, Gordon. I'm sorry.
If I go in that door, I'm gone. It'll be too late then.
Take him in, men.
No, wait. Oh, where are you? Where's that voice? Where did he go? Please come back.
Warden!
Wait a minute, men. Well, what is it?
Warden, wait. The governor's on the phone. He says stop. Hold up everything.
What'd the governor say?
He wants to talk to you on the phone, Warden.
He said, don't electrocute this man. They've got the other two guys in Gordon's garage trying to rub out some fingerprints. One of them was shot and died. But before he died, he spilled it all. This fellow didn't do it. It was a frame-up.
Oh, thank God he got me in time. Gordon! Gordon! Did you hear that?
Yes. Yes, I heard it. That voice said he would. I'm free. You're not going to electrocute me, Warden. You're not.
No. No, Gordon. The governor saved you.
Governor? No. It wasn't the governor. It was somebody else. Or something else.
But what do you mean, Gordon? Who saved you?
I don't know. It was a voice. Just a voice. I never really saw him. He was only a shadow.
Before another adventure with the Shadow draws to a close, John Barclay, Blue Coal's heating expert, would like to say a few words. Mr. Barclay.
Good evening, friends. If you're interested in having a more comfortable home this winter, be sure to call your local Blue Coal dealer. For he's more than a fuel dealer. He's an authority on modern home heating. You see, for more than 6 years, I've trained servicemen for these Blue Coal dealers. These men, known as John Barclay servicemen, have added thousands of families like yours to enjoy a greater degree of comfort and to save heating dollars, too. I'm going to read part of a letter typical of many received from satisfied customers using Blue Coal and John Barclay service. I quote in part. The service rendered by your John Barclay servicemen has been invaluable to me. We were burning a ton of coal a week and having great difficulty in keeping our fire going throughout the night. Your serviceman made me many helpful suggestions regarding the proper way to regulate the furnace and recommended the use of Blue Coal. We not only reduced the amount of fuel consumed to 1/2, but actually got more heat. Think of that, friends. In this case, a family cut their fuel bill in half simply by following the advice of a John Barclay serviceman, whose services were given without charge. Now, you don't have to buy Blue Coal to benefit from John Barclay service. No matter what kind of fuel you're using or from whom you've been buying, if you have any heating problems, consult the Blue Coal dealer. He'll be very glad to place his John Barclay serviceman at your disposal to solve your problems. I thank you.
The weed of crime bears bitter fruit. Crime does not pay. The shadow knows. The shadow knows.
Blue Coal presents The Shadow, the man of mystery who strikes terror in the very hearts of sharpshooters, lawbreakers, and criminals. Today, the Temple Bells of Neban.
Friends, if you want to be sure that the fuel you get to heat your home this winter is safe, healthy, and economical fuel, then by all means buy Blue Coal, the finest of Pennsylvania hard coal. Remember, this superior quality anthracite has been colored a harmless blue at the mines so that you can recognize it at a glance. So take the guesswork out of your fuel buying. Get America's finest anthracite. Ask for Blue Coal by name. Order a supply tomorrow.
The bells, Shadow, the bells of Neban. They will reveal you.
Your third mistake, Sadi, and your last.
No, it is your mistake and your last. This is the end of your career as the Shadow.
Now, Margot, we'll make this a large evening. A couple of hours at the Club Caliph. Does that intrigue you?
Lovely, but not too late. I have an appointment at 10 in the morning at the Women's Club. They're trying to get some action on this terrible narcotics situation.
Yes, I read about that.
That stuff's being peddled all over town. They found school children using it, society women. Why, it's already caused a half-dozen suicides.
Yes, I know. It's terrible stuff.
Oh, it needs the shadow to get at the bottom of it.
Yes, I know, dear, but for tonight, I do enjoy just being myself. Lamont Cranston dilettante. Let's be the shadow only in real emergency.
Yeah.
You know, they tell me there's a lovely Indian dancer at this new Club Caliph.
Indian dancer?
Mm-hmm. You know, there's the place just there. Club Caliph, driver.
Yes, sir.
Lamont, you are going to do something about it. You've started already.
Perhaps. Well, here we are. All right, driver. Hey, what?
Thank you, sir.
Oh, that looked like young Jerry Gleason just going in.
Yes? How's that young man's father? I'd spank him and keep him home occasionally.
Spoiled son of a wealthy sire.
Here, let me have your coat. I'll check it with mine.
Good evening, Jerry.
Oh, hello, Miss Lane.
Your father and sister well? I haven't seen them lately.
Yes. I'm sorry, but I can't wait right now. I've got to see someone, and it's important. I'm sorry.
But Jerry.
Hello. What ails young Gleason?
I don't know. He seems awfully upset about something. He doesn't look well either. Pale and shaky.
You're right, he doesn't. Something curious about that boy. Well, let's go in.
May I show you to a table, sir?
Take this table by the dance floor, thank you.
Oh, there's someone getting up to speak. We seem to be just in time for the main attraction.
Apparently.
Ladies and gentlemen, we take pleasure in presenting the fascinating and beautiful dancer of the Far East, Sadi Bel Ada. For her first number tonight, she will give you the dance of the cobra. Sadi Bel Ada.
Look, isn't she lovely?
Yes. A real thing, too. Real Hindu. It's odd, you know?
Goodness. Look, she's taking a snake out of that wicker basket.
A live cobra.
Oh, heaven.
You know, the cobra is connected with the old Indian mysticism, the most ancient of magic. See how she quiets the snake, makes it sway to the motion of her hands. It's a form of mesmerism. We've never improved on that with all our modern psychology.
I hope its fangs have been removed.
Well, they undoubtedly have. So, this is the one they call Sadi Bel Ada. Jerry Gleason with that strange look in his eyes. An epidemic of narcotic smuggling. Sadi Bel Ada.
Oh, how graceful she is. She keeps looking over here, Lamont.
Yes. It's coming this way. Well.
Souvenir for the beautiful lady, sir.
Oh, a bracelet. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, fair lady.
Ah, you know the tongue of Mother India, sir.
Only enough to make a small prayer. Only enough for that. Sadi Bel Ada.
It is good sometimes to know a small prayer.
Just in case of an emergency?
Yes. You are very wise, sir. In case you should meet someone who could destroy you, sir.
I see.
Cela.
Just what did she mean by that?
I don't know exactly. Funny sort of thing. She seems to know something about me. I'm trying to recall where I've seen that face.
What an exotic creature. Look, she's stopping at the table by the door. Why, it's young Jerry Gleason. She handed him something.
Good Lord.
He's going out with her. What's the matter?
It just struck me, Margot. That boy's face. The color of his skin.
You mean drunk?
Yes. Poppy of India.
Oh, but not Jerry Gleason. Oh, that'd be too awful. And our own friend Claire Gleason, his aunt, who's tried so hard to steer him straight since his mother died, it would just about kill her.
Come, Margot.
We must do something.
We're going to. I did come here tonight with a vague idea that this Indian dancer might have some connection with the thing. With her veiled threats and Jerry's interest in her, I'm pretty sure now.
What are you going to do?
I think the Shadow will pay a call on Sadi Belada in a dressing room. I think the Shadow can strike back.
Come in.
Sadi,
Yes?
can anyone overhear us here in your dressing room?
Oh, no. What do you want, Alex?
A message from the captain.
But then?
Tomorrow is the day. The police are getting closer. We sail tomorrow night at 8.
I am not afraid of the police. But there is somebody else I am not sure about.
You took care of Jerry Gleason?
I gave him his medicine and sent him home.
But you bring him tomorrow night?
Do not fear, Alexis. Jerry will be with me when we sail. I have a way to let him know.
Good.
So the air blows from that window. Close it, Alexis.
Too bad we have to terminate. The grand success of Sadi Belada and the Club Caliph.
Yes.
But as the Americans say, business is business, yes.
And we still have a small business with the rich papa of Jerry Gleason.
No doubt the richest part of our business, sweet Sadi. The rich man will pay well.
Who laughs?
Where are you? Speak.
I am here in the shadow, but I'm afraid you can't see me.
Speak. And say who you are.
Have you never heard of the shadow?
Oh, the shadow? So it is you. Have I not somewhere in the past seen your face and known your name? I think so. Did you enjoy yourself tonight?
I warn you, Sadi Belada. Leave the Gleason boy alone. The boy to whom you give the evil drug.
I have no fear of you, Shadow Side. I hold a greater power. I hold the power of the temple bells of Neban.
You command the temple bells of Neban, do you?
Yes.
Either you lie, or you desecrate a great gift.
Put your strength against mine, White Effendi, and you will see how I desecrate that gift. I can cast your little spells aside and make them nothing. I can kill you.
Kill me, the shadow, Sadi?
Yes. If you dare to come to me again. Will you come?
Who could refuse such an invitation? Especially when made by so charming a lady as yourself. Yes, I will come. And be sure you don't mistake my voice when I do come. Sadi Belada.
Well, what is it, Sergeant? Excuse me, Commissioner. Old man Gleason is outside and insists he's got to see you.
Gleason? You mean Andrew Gleason?
Sure, the big Wall Street banker, friend of the mayor. Shall I let him come in?
All this claim deficiency word doesn't do any good. I want to see you, Commissioner.
All right, Mr. Gleason.
What the devil is this town coming to?
Well, if you'll tell me what you're getting at...
My boy is what I'm getting at. He's lying home there with the worst case of delirium tremens I ever saw. Spent the night sopping up liquor in these rotten honky-tonks.
Mr. Gleason, if you think the police department's going around playing wet nurse to all the spoiled kids in this town... Is this what you came to see me about, Mr. Gleason?
It certainly is.
Well, I happen to have more important things on my mind right now.
Then you better get this on your mind, because if you don't, I'll see to it that there's somebody here who does, and I can do it. Good day to you.
Well, seems like this was a busy day, sir. What with drunken college boys and millionaires.
This is another of those. Commissioner West is speaking.
Why, Don't lose your patience, Commissioner. The Shadow has information that may help you. Young Jerry Gleason is becoming a drug addict.
What?
Yes. A victim of this flood of drugs being peddled on our streets. It might cost you your job. Are you interested, Commissioner?
Ladies and gentlemen, while we're waiting for the Shadow to return, I want to relay a bit of information I'm sure homeowners here in the New England states will find particularly interesting. When buying your winter supply of fuel, bear this in mind. Anthracite coal is unequaled for home use. It is not a flashy fuel that burns furiously for a little while, then dies down completely. On the contrary, folks, anthracite burns slowly, steadily, evenly all day long, and so enables you to maintain an even, healthful room temperature. That's why anthracite is called the solid fuel for solid comfort. And friends, remember this. Furnaces, cook stoves, and space heaters in this section of the country were especially designed to burn anthracite. So, insist on anthracite, but get the best. Order blue coal. It's America's finest. Blue coal is mined by the Glen Alden Company, the world's largest producers of Pennsylvania anthracite. To guarantee you the greatest heating satisfaction at the lowest cost, blue coal is laboratory tested for purity and uniformity of size. So you see, friends, there's no need to take chances on unknown fuel. Order blue coal today. You will find the name of your nearest blue coal dealer listed in the Where to Buy It section of your classified telephone directory under the name Blue Coal.
You hear, Margot?
Yes. As though they came out of nowhere.
The temple bells of Neban. Listen. 3 soft notes will strike, and then the spell will be broken.
They're gone. But Lamont, here we sit in your apartment listening to weird temple bells. Where did they come from? How did you do it?
Not too difficult, Margot, dear. For those who learn its secret based on the phenomenon of telepathy combined with the old science of the yoga, the same magic which gives voice to a shadow.
It's a very awe-inspiring demonstration.
If there should be someone who could command the temple bells of Neban, the shadow would cease to be a shadow.
You mean they could see?
Yes. At the last stroke of the bell, I would be only what I am. Lamont Cranston. My magic invisibility, so to speak, dispelled by this greater power.
And you think there is someone with this power?
I'm not sure. Years ago, in India, a yogi priest, keeper of the Temple of the Cobras at Delhi, taught me the ancient mysteries. He taught me the mesmeric trick that the underworld calls invisibility. There was a small girl, his niece, who used to sit and listen, staring up at us with her round, dark eyes. She was very clever. I've often wondered what became of her.
The Cobras. You don't mean the Indian dancer at the club camp?
I'm not sure, Margot. I'm not sure.
Oh, but this worries me, Lamont. Aren't you going into dangers too big for you?
Don't worry about me, Margot. Worry about the boy and all other poor, miserable wretches that toiled in this awful drug traffic.
Is young Gleason safe?
Yes, his father made him go to bed. They thought he'd been drinking too much.
Well, guess it's time I got busy.
Have you found out anything else?
One or two things. In Sadi Belada's dressing room, I found a note signed by Captain Marlin of the freighter Albore Castle. I think there's some connection there. I'm going to find out. First, though, I'm going to the zoo.
The zoo?
Yes. Yes, I want to borrow a decorative little reptile from my friend the curator. He's usually very obliging. Open the door.
Look. Hanging from the door now.
Snake. It's all right. It's a dead one. A note with it. So, she's not bluffing. She does know who I am.
Oh, Lamont, I'm frightened for you. What does it say?
It says, dead cobras are better playthings than live ones. Was I mistaken?
And it's not a bell. Oh, Lamont.
Margot, it's a challenge.
But the bell. The Bells of Neban. Oh, I'm afraid the shadow this time will get beyond his death.
We shall see, Margot. We shall see who is stronger. Sadi and the Bells of Neban, or the shadow in the street.
I'll show them. They think they can keep me a prisoner in my own house, putting me to bed as if I was some half-grown kid. What's that?
Jerry, you hear me?
Is it you, Sadi?
Yes, my voice in your thoughts. Listen, Jerry. Come to me at the dock where we met before. Your medicine is waiting.
Yes. Yes.
Go aboard the ship I told you about, the Albora Castle. You and I, Jerry.
Yes. Yes.
I am waiting, Jerry.
But they've locked me in.
Go through the window, Jerry. Come now.
Yes, Sadi. The window.
Margot Lane, stand by for orders. Jerry Gleason has escaped from his house, but I have followed him to the waterfront, and I know where he's going. Get word to Commissioner Weston. Time is short. I accept Sadi's challenge. Send harbor police to the freighter Albore Castle, which lies in the harbor just off Bay Ridge shore, ready to sail. Hurry, Margot.
Depressing here in this cabin, Cerebral.
Elliot, why do you tremble so, Elliot?
I wish we were far at sea, Norway to Rio.
Oh, be patient. There are some notes that you leave it to Papagi.
Yes. What was that?
But there is nothing.
Ah, it's you, Captain. We are leaving, Captain? Yes, we're getting underway now. We've got the boys stowed safely below decks.
And the rest of the medicine?
We got rid of that, what was left of it. A nice clean-up for all hands, not counting this Gleason job. That'll net us another 100,000, or nothing. Oh, we're fixed, whichever way the dice roll.
And after that, we live like kings, without a care, yeah?
Not even a conscience to bother you.
What? Sadi, he has come. I was afraid. Who said that?
I did, Captain.
So you're the one with your trick ghost talk and magic, eh? I'll make a shadow out of you soon enough.
Not that way, Captain.
No? Yes, lock that door, Lex.
It is locked, Captain Marlin, but the porthole.
No one can get through those, not even a shadow. Save your laugh, whoever you are. We've got you. You're in this cabin somewhere, and this ship is outward bound. Laugh that long.
I think you may have made 3 mistakes, Captain. One too many.
Yes?
Yes, Captain.
But I do not make mistakes, Dad.
That remains to be seen, Sadi Belada.
Then you will see. Hand me the wicker basket, Alex.
Hey, what do you want to do?
Yes, Sadi.
I call the temple bells of Neban, Captain. The shadow has the power to blind your eyes. A trick he learned in India from a yogi who was my uncle. But I have a better trick. When the last bell sounds while the sacred cobra dances, you will see the shadow only as a man. Be ready to shoot, Captain.
I'm ready.
And now, my cobra, to dance with the bells of Neban.
I wouldn't open that basket if I were you, Sadi Belada.
You watch my pretty cobra, son. He may find you even before the captain's bullet. You will die just as quickly.
Dead cobras are better playthings than live ones.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Make your small prayer, son. And now, my pretty one, begin to dance.
Be careful, Sadi Bell. The cobra moves towards you.
My own pretty cobra. He knows me. You hear the bells, Shadow? The temple bells of Neban?
I hear them.
When the last bell strikes, we shall see our prisoner.
And I'm waiting for that minute.
But Sadi, the cobra! Look out! He's going to strike.
Alexis! Captain!
Quick! Drop the mask! Go for Alexis! Kill him! Sadi! Sadi!
The shadow warned you, Sadi Belada.
You take credit for this too, do you?
No. Sadi should have known it was not her cobra in the wicker basket. It was mine.
I'm dead. What's that? Who is it?
Captain Allen, the police, the foreigner.
No, please, Captain Malin, you do not shoot.
Put that gun. I'll take him. Put the bracelets on both of them, Sergeant.
Right.
Dope smugglers, kidnappers, and from the looks, murderers. This time the police were too smart for you.
Oh, decidedly.
Huh? Who's that?
Thanks for coming, Commissioner. You were very helpful.
And now, before today's adventure with the Shadow comes to a close, John Barclay, Blue Coal's own heating expert, is here tonight to give us another of his practical thoughts on automatic heating. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Barclay.
Good evening, friends. Last week we discussed the importance of uniformly heated homes in avoiding cold. I told you how home temperatures could be kept uniform and automatically controlled with a Blue Coal heat regulator. I explained that the cost was only $18.95 plus a small installation charge. Now for a word about the convenience of this Blue Coal heat regulator. With one of these automatic regulators in your home, it is no longer necessary for you to adjust dampers by hand. The regulator eliminates need for frequent attention to the furnace.
What do you have to do, Mr. Barclay?
You simply tend to your furnace once in the morning and once at night. Just think of that, friends. You can enjoy the comfort and convenience of an evenly heated home, and yet you can come and go all day long without a thought or worry about the fire. Is it any wonder I'm so enthusiastic about the Blue Coal heat regulator? And two, although it costs only $18.95, it does about everything that the elaborate and much more expensive equipment does that many of your friends have. So, folks, why not get to your Blue Coal dealer tomorrow and ask him more about this blue coal heat regulator. At the same time, if you have any heating problems, discuss them with your blue coal dealer, too. He is the best informed heating expert in your community. With the assistance of his John Barclay trained serviceman, he will be able to save you money and help make your home more comfortable this winter than ever before. I thank you.
The story you have just heard is copyrighted by the Shadow magazine. The characters in this story are entirely fictitious. Any similarity to persons living or dead is purely coincidental.
The weed of crime bears bitter fruit. Crime does not pay. The shadow knows.
Extra! Extra! Hear all about it! Next week, same time, same station. The Shadow's latest adventure. Extra! Extra! Hear all about it! Next week, same time, same station. The Shadow's latest adventure.
The shadow knows.
Blue Coal presents The Shadow, the man of mystery who strikes terror in the very souls of sharpsters, lawbreakers, and criminals. Friends, there's no longer any need for you to rely on guesswork when it comes to buying fuel. Now you can get the best fuel for home use, and know it at a glance, too. For blue coal, the finest of Pennsylvania hard coal, is colored a harmless blue at the mines for your protection, so that you can identify it instantly. To be sure that the fuel you buy is a safe, healthy, economical fuel, get America's finest anthracite. Ask for blue coal by name. Order your supply tomorrow.
Five, six,
Arthur, don't,
seven,
please.
8, 9. This is the hour, my dear.
I can't stand it, I tell you. Always at 9 o'clock it comes. But if I hear that horrible thing again, I'll go crazy. Oh, this awful house.
But it's quiet, my dear. Way out in the country like this, I can install my laboratory here as soon as I get around to it. As for these strange sounds, well, haunted houses have always fascinated me. I've always wanted to meet a ghost, shake hands with him, invite him to tea.
Stop talking like that. It's serious. Oh, I've tried to stand it for your sake, Arthur, but I don't know how much longer. My heart isn't strong, and I...
Hear it? That's only the wind, isn't it?
No. It always starts like that. You know it does.
Don't move. Listen.
Arthur, coming. It's coming. It's coming.
A ghost, eh? Well, we'll see. I'll meet him this time. I'll meet him halfway, too.
Stop. Stop.
Come, we'll both meet him. Give me your hand.
No.
Karen. Carolyn, it stopped. Can't you hear me? Goodness me. Has the shock killed her? No, her heart still beats. She's only fainted again,
Turn the next corner, Lamont. It's that big house that on the hill.
May I ask, Margot, the reason for this late call on Carolyn Sneed?
I'd like to know what's the matter with the poor woman. I got an awful shock when I saw her in town last week. She looks positively haggard. I never saw such a change come over a person.
Married life may not agree with her. She was a spinster for close to 40 years, wasn't she?
I know, but I think she was foolish. Carolyn has nearly $1 million in her own name. She didn't have to marry.
Yes, but right now I'm not the shadow. Remember, I'm just your patient chauffeur, darling. Lamont Cranston, in need of a rest from my famous mystery man role. That last adventure took a lot out of me, you know. Well, a marriage problem is hardly...
Seriously, though. Nobody knows anything about this man she married. He came into town 6 months ago, met Carolyn in some accidental manner at the county fair, and proceeded to rush her off her feet. I've met him only once, but I don't like his looks.
Something sinister, I gather. Hence the shadow idea. Well, who is he anyway?
Professor Arthur Sneed, I believe he calls himself. He has a small office in town where he's supposed to be working on inventions or something. Well, here we are.
You're usually pretty level-headed, Margot, but don't let your aversion for this man we're seeing be too apparent. Dreary place, isn't it?
I don't see any bell. I guess you're supposed to use the knocker. Here he comes.
Well, oh, it's you, Miss Lane.
Yes. Good evening, Professor Sneed. I hope we aren't too late.
Too late? Too late for what?
Why, I phoned Carolyn that we'd drop in just to say hello.
Well, she didn't tell me. Carolyn isn't feeling well at the moment. I'm sorry. Good night.
Oh, but please, I only want to see her for a moment. That is, unless it's something really serious.
Well, it isn't as serious as she pretends to think it is, but, well, come in.
Thank you. This is my friend Lamont Cranston.
Come in. I'm very happy to see Mr. Cranston. I've heard a lot about him.
How do you do?
You say Carolyn is ill? She didn't mention it when I...
It came on suddenly. She's been in a nervous condition lately, but it's mostly imaginary. I made her go to bed.
Well, would it be all right if I saw her?
I suppose so. Go on up if you like.
Well, thanks. I'll only be a few minutes, Lamont.
What seems to be the trouble with your wife, Professor Sneed?
Oh, she's run down, I guess. Frightfully nervous. She has some absurd notion that this place is, well, haunted.
Haunted?
It's only the wind, of course, and the creaking of an old house. Ghosts. She keeps talking about ghosts. And I can't persuade her that there are no such things.
Of course, old houses have a habit of getting themselves haunted, Professor. As for myself, I'm not so sure there aren't such things as ghosts.
Surely, Mr. Cranston...
Oh, not the conventional sort, perhaps, but... I mean people's spirits. Souls, whatever you want to call them. Haunting the places where they've been unhappy.
Very interesting, I'm sure. But a lot of tosh. I put no stock in it.
No? I'm just noticing that rather rare book on the table, Professor. Neuroses of Death.
What?
If you're interested in that, I'm sure you must be interested in ghosts. I understand its morbid analysis of the factors of violent death are quite interesting.
What do you know about it?
Oh, I read all sorts of things, Professor.
Professor Sneed.
Oh, yes, Miss Lane?
Carolyn wants her sedative.
Oh, yes, I'll go up and give it to her. Did you find her comfortable, Miss Lane?
Well, I think Carolyn is seriously ill.
Yes, but more nerves than anything. Excuse me, just a moment, won't you?
Lamont, there's something wrong here. Oh, I was afraid there was. I don't know what it is, but it's something terrible.
What's the matter with Carolyn?
Well, she hardly recognized me, and she talks like one in a trance. as though she were in the grip of some deadly fear. When I suggested sending the doctor over, she shook her head, but I'm going to just the same. I can't help feeling it's that man, her husband.
Yes, he isn't very pleasant, is he? His skin has an odd pallor. You see it on men who've spent some time in prison. There are many little traits of his behavior that interest me as a psychologist. A remarkable man.
You don't know?
I don't know. But I think we'll investigate this more or less formally, Margot. I'll visit the professor tomorrow at his office in town. If there are ghosts involved here, perhaps the shadow can bring them to light.
Hello? Yes, Carolyn. Well, don't worry, my dear. I'll leave the office here at 5 and I'll be home before 6. Yes, I understand. Goodbye, dear. Well, who is it? Is that you, Miss White? Who's opening that door?
Don't get up, Professor. I'll close it after me.
Okay.
I thought I might find you in.
Who said that? Who are you?
Your conscience speaking, Professor. Or have you a conscience?
I'll show you what I've got.
Don't excite yourself. I'm only a voice. Professor, have you ever heard of the shadow?
The shadow?
Yes. You seem to have heard of me.
What do you want?
I've come to warn you, Sneed.
Warn me? Warn me about what?
I know what you're doing.
What?
And I know how it's going to end. The end is death.
Yes.
I have something here I'll toss in your lap. There.
Why, you... Get out of here, I tell you.
See it? Look. It's half of a playing card. The ace of spades. When you find the other half, that will be the end.
Get out and leave me alone.
All right, Sneed, I'll go, but don't forget. The shadow knows.
Me with his tricks. Oh, coming back, are you? Oh, it's you, Miss White.
There are two gentlemen here to see you, Professor Sneed.
Two gentlemen? Well, I'm not expecting...
I guess you may remember us, Professor Sneed.
Spike.
Your old friends, Spike Collins and Mr. Wilson here.
Yes, of course. Please take those circulars on your desk, Miss White, and mail them at the post office right away.
Yes, sir.
Lock that door, right?
Okay.
Now, what are you staring at, Sneed? We ain't ghosts.
I thought you two were doing a stretch at Leavenworth.
Yeah, we were. We friendly getaway.
And now we come to see an old pal.
Well, now listen, Spike. I'd help you if I could.
Nuts. We've been watching you and we know your game. You ain't got no time to stall. This old dame you married has got plenty of...
I don't know what you're driving at.
Well, you'll know if we squawk about that dame you married out in Idaho that croaked without anybody knowing what was the matter with her.
Cards on the table, Steve. Is this one signed our money over to you?
Yes. She fixed her will in my favor.
Well, what are you doing to get her?
Well, she has a weak heart, and...
I know. Playing ghost and scaring her to death, eh? That's too slow, Sneed. I got a better scheme. We break into the house, stage a burglary, see? In a scuffle, the old dame gets shot, dead. It's quick.
No, you can't do that.
No, you'll see.
Spike Collins. Spike Collins. Wake up.
What? Who's that?
Just a voice, Collins. The voice of your own thoughts, coming to warn you. No one but you can hear me. Your friend Sneed is going to double-cross you tonight. Sneed is going to double-cross you. If your move, be there to prevent him. Be there in time. 6 o'clock. Be there.
The Shadow will return in just a few moments. While we're waiting, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you about the ever-increasing popularity of blue coal, America's finest anthracite. Blue coal is winning new friends every day among New England housewives. They not only like the superior heat of blue coal, but they find that it simplifies housekeeping. This is because blue coal is so clean. It burns completely and does not send any particles of unburned carbon through the house to be deposited on furniture or woodwork. The drudgery of daily cleaning is reduced to a minimum with this clean fuel. Blue coal is the largest single brand of solid fuel prepared especially for home use. Each car is laboratory tested at the mines for purity and size before shipment. Blue coal is Pennsylvania's finest anthracite. So that you can personally identify this excellent fuel, it is actually colored blue at the mines. Order it by name. You will find the name of your nearest blue coal dealer listed in the Where to Buy It section of your classified telephone directory under the name Blue Coal.
Are you comfortable in that chair, Carolyn?
Yes, thank you, Margaret, dear. And I do appreciate your coming out here and staying with me.
I'm glad to do it. But it's 6 o'clock. Your husband ought to be coming home pretty soon, shouldn't he?
He phoned just before you got here and said he was starting. He seemed very agitated. Oh, he's a strange, unaccountable man sometimes. There are things about him I don't seem to understand.
Yes, I know, dear. He has the car, I suppose?
Yes, he's driving. He's probably on his way now.
I've got to think. I've got to think of something. I know. We leave town.
You're driving rather recklessly, Sneed.
You again.
I'm going to haunt you. Try to forget that I'm here in the rear seat.
If I could only see you. Get my hands on you. Shut up.
I'm the voice of your conscience, Sneed. Perhaps you have a conscience. After all,
I could choke that voice down your throat without any trouble to my conscience.
If you only had the power of second sight, you could see it. That's an invaluable gift, Sneed. Being able to see things that other men can't. Some people call it mental telepathy. Some by other names. Remember, I can see the pictures you make in your mind. I told you about that.
You can warn all you like. That's not evidence. Not in court. A lot of wild guesses that don't mean anything.
Well, doesn't it frighten you a little, Sneed? I simply will you not to see me, and you don't. Careful. There's a truck coming down the road. Better sound your horn.
Good Lord, the fool's taking up the whole road.
It's going to hit you. Look out.
It's gone. There wasn't any truck there.
No. I willed you to see it. And you saw it.
No truck at all. Just hypnotism. Gosh, I'm having hallucinations.
But that's the way to dispel hallucinations. Drive straight through them. Be careful. We're near your house. And this old mill road is tricky.
What about it?
Look, Sneed. There's a man in the road ahead of you.
There is, eh? Really?
Why, it looked like one of your two pals that called on you today. I knew he would be here, Sneed.
Really?
You're going to hit him if you don't watch out.
More of your hallucinations. You think that I'll believe you again, don't you? Well, I won't.
Look out!
I hit him.
This time, it was no hallucination, Sneed. He was in front of you.
Morning papers! Morning papers! It's convict Spike Collins found dead last night on the Old Mill Road. Spike Collins, wanted by the police, found dead.
Here, son. I'll take one.
Hey, Arthur. What's it all about, Lamont? Found dead on Old Mill Road. But that's not for the sneak case.
Yes, I believe it is. Notorious criminal struck by automobile and killed. He was certainly struck by an automobile.
I wonder if Sneed knew anything about it. He acted very strange when he got home last night.
Strange? What way?
Well, he was pale and shaky, and he hardly seemed to know I was there. He told Carolyn that he'd had a message from out of town, and they'd have to pack and leave.
Well, did he say when?
Well, they thought they could get their trunks and things ready by this afternoon sometime. You're not going to let Carolyn go with him, Lamont?
Not if I can help it. Let's see. A little after 9, I imagine Commissioner Weston is rather startled by the morning's news. I think I'll have a word with Commissioner Weston.
Commissioner Weston, they're sending Collins' body into the morgue.
You went out there this morning and checked all details, Captain?
Yes, sir, I did. And whoever hit him certainly smashed him up good. His face was all out of shape and couldn't recognize him. But we found these in his pocket.
Now, let's see. A letter from his girl out west, looks like. Insurance policy. Library card of Leavenworth Penitentiary.
And this ring, sir, that Collins always wore, with the figure 8 on it.
Oh, yes. Well, it's a good job done, whoever did it. Tag that stuff and file it.
Yes, sir.
Let me know when the wagon gets here. Yes, sir. Police Department, Commissioner Weston speaking.
Good morning, Commissioner. This is your good friend, the Shadow.
Oh, yeah? Well, what the blazes do you want?
To be of a little assistance, as usual.
Yes, I see. I'm getting tired of this rigmarole, though heaven knows things happen when you phone. And what's the assistance today?
Why didn't you investigate the ghost that haunts Sneed House, Commissioner, on the Old Mill Road?
Well, you missed up on that one, Mr. Shadow. I don't put much stock in ghosts, but we went out there and checked up. Searched the house. There's no evidence.
No? Go again today, Commissioner. And this time, I think you'll get your evidence.
Is that the last trunk, Arthur?
Yes. The expressman won't be here until 4. Another hour yet. Why don't you go up and lie down a while, Caroline,
Yes, I will. Try to sleep a little now that it's daylight.
You told the milkman we wanted to pay him.
He's coming back to follow me.
Good. Well, that must be him now, at the back door. Get back. Get back.
What's the matter, Sneed? Think you're seeing a ghost?
Stop. Don't come near me.
Snap out of it, will you? This is me, Spike Collins.
You? Alive?
It wasn't me you hit with your car last night on that back road. I guess you wish it had been, huh?
Who was it then?
It was Rat Wilson. Fool got half pickled trying to get up his nerve for the job. Staggered on the road before I could stop him, and wham! It was all over.
Wilson, eh?
So there was my chance, see? Him and me about the same size, his face and hands all smashed flat. I put my stuff in his pockets, my ring and what was left of his finger. Here I was, dead. And all that time you was giving me the double cross. Maybe I am a ghost, but I can still deal with you, Sneed.
Who is it, Arthur?
Just a minute, Carolyn.
Now listen, Spike. There's only one way to see this thing through. You and I have got to stick together. The Shadow is after us both. We've got to get out together.
Away from this shadow. Don't give me any more about the shadow. I'm here on business. I'm going through it. Put the old lady out of her misery. Good Lord. What's the matter? There. On the table. But a torn playing card. The ace of spades. Or half of it. You've got to stop it, Spike. You've got to stop.
Arthur, what's the matter? Who's this man?
Carrington. This is a friend of mine.
Friend?
Sure, a friend.
But I don't understand. The pistol.
Yeah, that's my way of doing business, lady. Your husband does it different. He's been scaring you to death, ain't he? Making you think the place was haunted. You know how he always does it? Stop it, Spike. He used to be an electrician. He rigs up a sort of electric sound box with a remote control switch. He usually puts the switch over here by the door. Yeah, here it is.
What's it all about, Arthur?
The ace of spades. The end. Yeah. When he turns the switch, you hear the ghost dance. All you have to do is turn this knob. That's the way it works, lady.
I hear it. Arthur, I hear it.
Turn that thing off, you idiot. What? I haven't turned it on. You haven't. Then what's making those sounds?
I am.
What's that? It's him. He's come. A shadow.
I am coming up these cellar stairs. I will enter and stand beside you.
Where is he? Stand back or I'll shoot.
When I enter, I will touch one of you on the shoulder.
Stop him! Stop him!
And that one will die.
Open over there.
It's the cops. Come here, Steve. It's a plan. You call in the cops.
No, don't shoot, Spike.
The jig is up. You can have the bullet I was going to give your wife, you double-crossing skunk.
Oh, you killed him.
Come on, show you. Go through that side room, boys. Okay. Stick him up. I got him. I got him. Now stand still around. Break your arm. Now, hand over that gat.
All right. I'm through. You win.
Mike Collins. Mike
Collins?
I thought he was... I thought you... Say, what is this? Who was that guy that got killed over here last night? Come clean, Collins.
Whoever it was, I didn't do it.
Who's that? Where are you?
Don't be alarmed. I am here behind you. In the shadow.
Oh. So you're here, Shadow, eh? Maybe you know who got killed here last night.
The man killed last night, Commissioner, is a ghost.
Oh, yeah?
There are now 2 ghosts in this little adventure. Mr. Collins will probably make the 3rd. You really should believe in ghosts now, Commissioner. And in shadows.
And now, before today's adventure with the Shadow comes to a close, John Barclay, Blue Coal's own heating expert, is here to give us another of his practical talks on automatic heating. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Barclay.
Good evening, friend. In former Sunday night talks of mine, I've shown you the importance of having the temperature of the home properly controlled with the Blue Coal automatic heat regulator. That is, in terms of health and convenience. Now, tonight, I'm going to give a third important reason for automatic heating: economy. Most authorities will tell you that the proper degree of heat in the home is 70 degrees. Naturally, you can't by hand keep your fire from giving off more than 70 degrees of heat, but the Blue Coal automatic heat regulator can and does. But here's how that saves you actual fuel dollars. Heating engineers have discovered that for every degree you raise the temperature above the desired 70 degrees, your fuel goes up in cost 1.5%. So you see, friends, by automatically shutting off that heat, that extra, wasteful, unhealthy heat regulator automatically saves on fuel costs. Why not investigate this Blue Coal heat regulator further? Ask your local blue coal dealer to give you a demonstration. The cost is only $18.95 plus a small charge for installation. You'll find it well worth every cent of that and more. Moreover, if you have any heating problems, discuss these also with your blue coal dealer. He is the best informed heating authority in your community, and assisted by his John Barkley trained serviceman, can, I'm sure, help you save money and have a more comfortable home this winter. This service is free. It costs you nothing. Thank you.
The Shadow adventure you have just heard is copyrighted by the Shadow magazine. The characters in this story are entirely fictitious. Any similarity to persons living or dead is purely coincidental.
The weed of crime bears bitter fruit. Crime does not pay. The Shadow knows. Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The Shadow knows.
Blue Coal presents The Shadow, the mystery man who strikes terror in the very hearts of shopkeepers, lawbreakers, and criminals. Ladies and gentlemen, when you hear the Shadow's blood-curdling laugh, you can be sure that exciting entertainment will follow. And here's something else that you can be sure of. When you buy blue coal, you're getting the finest of Pennsylvania hard coal. The harmless blue coloring that identifies blue coal is your guarantee of clean, even, safe, dependable heat all winter long. So don't take chances. Insist on blue coal. Ask for it by name. Phone your order to your nearest blue coal dealer tomorrow. And be sure to hold on for John Barclay's important message at the end of this program.
Oh, Jack, what a delightful show. What a wonderful way to start our honeymoon.
Darling, when it comes to shows and girls, I'm a swell picker. Now watch me pick a nightclub.
Oh, taxi! Hey, taxi!
Darling, I think you're wonderful. I've never had such a marvelous time in my life.
Hop in, honey.
Well, things are pretty quiet around the theater district tonight, Bill.
Yeah, pretty thin crowd.
I don't blame folks for staying away. After those 3 bombings and 15 people being blown to pieces, I wouldn't be here myself if it wasn't the commissioner's orders.
Same here. Boy, has this town got the jitters.
Commissioner Weston's hopping around like a cat on a hot stove.
I hear the Midtown Association is going to ask for his resignation if he don't catch the nut that's scattering bombs around here like confetti on New Year's Eve.
Guy that's pulling these jobs sure must have it in for a lot of people.
Yeah, he's a real screwball if you ask me. Look at the way he's always sending warnings to the newspapers before he blows another batch of pedestrians to Hades.
Yeah, and have you noticed? He always ends his notes by saying, I hate crowd.
Yeah. Well, this is the time that crazy goof warned he'd set off another blast.
Maybe his watch is slow.
Things are going to pop if he pulls another job and kills any more people.
Well, maybe all the cops have him scared off.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
Bill, look at that car! Blown to smithereens! Killer strikes again! 5 more dead! Get your paper here, pad! Read all about the mad maniac's latest slaughter!
It's horrible, Lamont, horrible.
Senseless and insane, Margot. Crimes like this always are. Turn on the radio. It's time for a news bulletin. There's a switch on the dashboard.
All right, Lamont.
The attack upon the inefficiency of the police department. Tonight at Midtown Hall, a meeting of businessmen of the entertainment world and property owners is in progress.
Police Commissioner Weston has been asked to defend his department and produce results or resign.
That's enough, Margaret.
Washington,
Just really
D.C.
Now listen carefully.
Yes, Lamar.
I want you to go to that protest meeting right over there at Midtown Hall. Commissioner Weston is speaking, and the crowd is pretty certain to heckle his explanation of the failure of his department to catch this fiend.
I'm sure of
Now,
it.
here's what I want you to do. Keep quiet. Watch your chance. Then I want you to cry out that Shadow could solve this crime without half trying.
Aren't you flattering yourself?
Never mind that, Margot. I have a very definite reason for doing this. A lot depends on your getting the crowd to take up your suggestion.
I'll do my best, Lamont. But where are you going?
I won't be far away. Hand me that leather case on the floor.
Yes. Here you are. Am I permitted enough womanly curiosity to ask what's in it?
Just a little wiretapping device.
Telephone?
No. No, Commissioner Weston will be talking over the loudspeaker system in Midtown Hall. Don't be surprised if the Shadow interrupts his speech. Now remember, Margot, cry out at the psychological moment. Hundreds of lives depend on it.
We don't want alibis, Commissioner. We want action, Weston. Crazy man's making a fool of you, Weston.
As I have explained to you, every available resource of the police department has been thrown into catching this fiend. Our bomb squads have combed the city. Every known criminal with psychopathic tendencies has been rounded up and questioned. Not one fragment of a bomb has been found. No buildings have been damaged. No one person has been singled out for death. This is not an ordinary crime. We are not dealing with an ordinary criminal.
Alibi! Alibi! We've had enough. 15 people dead. 50 injured. You talk! Talk! Business is at a standstill. We're being ruined. The whole city's in a panic. Get this to low and resign, Weston. Get out. Let the mayor push someone to the trains and let the Texas maniac. We've already sliced the gas.
The Shadow could solve this crime without half trying.
Here's an idea. The Shadow. That's the Shadow, but gentlemen. He's cracked cases for you before, Weston. Why don't you call him in? He wouldn't have to do much to do a better job of this than the police have. Get the Shadow, Weston. What about the Shadow? You've done nothing in 2 weeks. You're sick.
Wait a minute. Hold on. What makes you think this man who calls himself the Shadow is interested in law and order?
He's just a track plenty of criminals, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's tipped us off occasionally. But it may have been to get rid of rivals. We have no assurance he isn't a criminal himself.
Well, a thief can catch a thief.
I don't run my department that way.
You're not running it at all.
That's a matter of opinion.
You're not running it.
I was asked here to tell you what we've been doing. You seem to think my department worked with the Shadow. We don't. We never have. And as for the Shadow, and you reporters can spread it all over the front pages, I challenge him to uncover one single scrap of evidence that my men have overlooked. I challenge the Shadow to find this maniac.
I am the Shadow. I accept that challenge. Commissioner Weston, I am working on the case. Gentlemen of the press, it will not be necessary for you to print the Commissioner's challenge, but you can print this challenge to the arch fiend behind this reign of terror. Print this, gentlemen. The Shadow will trap the mass killer if he dares walk through the Central Arcade during the rush hour between 5 and 6 tomorrow night. Remember, the Central Arcade between 5 and 6 tomorrow night. I dare him to come to walk through the Central Arcade.
History paper! Celebrate the meeting! Challenges mass killer Central Arcade! Read about the rush hour rendezvous!
Here, boy, you here. Give me a paper.
That's 2 cents, mister.
Here's your 2 cents.
Oh, thanks. Here's the paper.
No, not that one on top. Crowds have seen it.
Well, so what? They're all the same.
No. Give me that one underneath.
Okay, the customer's always right.
Hey, a mass murder challenged by the Shadow! That's your extra paper!
The Central Arcade tomorrow. So he's daring me, the Shadow fellow.
He knows I hate crowds. Crowds and people pushing and getting in my way. Voices talking and shouting. I hate them. I hate them. And I'll show them. I'll show the shadow fella, too. I'll fool all of them. I'll accept his challenge. I'll be there at the Central Arcade. And the shadow fella will know I was there. The whole world will know. After I'm gone.
Your orders have been carried out, Commissioner Weston.
Good. It better not be any slip-up.
200 patrolmen are stationed in the neighborhood of the Central Arcade. 50 picked men of the plainclothes and bomb squad will be in the crowd. If there is a crowd.
There'll be a mob after all the publicity. If I could get my hands on the shadow, I'd wring his neck for this. What time is it?
A little after 4, sir.
We better get down there pretty soon.
Yes, sir. Shall I take that call, sir?
No. I've been waiting for this. And if it's who I think it is... Hello. Hello. Listen to me, Shadow.
No, Commissioner Weston. You listen to me.
I'm listening. Quick, Connors, trace this call.
Yes, sir.
Don't bother, Commissioner. You can't trace this call. I've tapped a line. Just as I tapped the Midtown loudspeaker system last night.
So that's how you pulled that crazy stunt. You're a fool, Shadow. Don't you realize you've endangered the lives of thousands of people?
Nothing will happen if you do not interfere.
Don't take my orders from you, Shadow. You're not running the police department.
I'm not giving orders, but I need your help. Just do one thing for me, and you and not the Shadow will get the credit for the capture of the masked killer.
Oh, yes? Well, what do you want?
Just keep the crowd moving through the narrow arcade. Keep them moving. Everything depends on that.
What are you trying to do, Shadow?
To find a needle in a haystack. A man in a million.
You haven't a chance. The maniac won't come.
You overlook the fact that a dare is a powerful psychological magnet that no egotistical, crazed mind can resist. Just keep that crowd moving, Commissioner. Keep them moving.
When you start figuring ways and means to save money for Christmas gifts, fuel is probably the last thing that comes to mind. Naturally, you don't want to jeopardize the health and comfort of your family. But did you know that you can actually have better heat for less money simply by burning blue coal? Here's why. Blue coal is a rich Pennsylvania anthracite, the fuel that furnaces, space heaters, and cooking ranges in this part of the country were especially designed to burn. And while other fuel prices are advancing, the cost of anthracite is not. No wonder thousands of homeowners are switching back to anthracite. No wonder anthracite is the fuel that is used for cooking purposes on the nation's cracked passenger trains. They've tested all kinds of fuels and found that anthracite is far more economical because it burns long, steadily, evenly, with minimum drafts and less attention. Now, the cream of all Pennsylvania anthracite is blue coal. It comes from the mines of the famous Glen Alden Coal Company. It's tested and retested for purity and uniform sizing. Blue coal is prepared especially for home use, and it comes in all domestic sizes: egg, stove, chestnut, and pea. So if you want clean, even, dependable heat at lowest cost, always order blue coal. Phone your nearest blue coal dealer tomorrow. You'll find his name listed in the Where to Buy It section of your classified telephone directory under the name Blue Coal.
Clock in the arcade. Keep moving. Well, the time's almost up, Commissioner Weston.
Yes. 2 minutes to 6. Oh, this is the longest hour I've ever spent in my life.
Can you beat it the way people have flocked here on the chance of seeing somebody else blown to bits by this maniac?
Looks like the Shadow is right. The way they've been swarming through this arcade.
Yeah, and watching each other like a bunch of wild animals. You see what happened to that poor guy with the Christmas box? I nearly killed him before we got him out. All he had was a doll for his kid.
I thought.
Well, the time's up, Commissioner.
Yes. Thank heavens.
Any orders, sir?
Let's keep the men on duty till this crowd thins out. They'll be going home now.
Commissioner Weston, look.
What is it?
The maniac. He's been here. Look at this piece of paper.
Where'd you get it?
In the arcade. He must have dropped it. Oh, what's it say, Commissioner?
Tell that shadow fellow I'll kill me a lot more people at 11 o'clock tonight.
Lamont, I was afraid something had happened.
Something
to him.
has. I found the maniac.
Thank heavens. Have you notified the police?
Margot, this man is a fiend. If I notified the police and they bungle things, he might kill hundreds of people. This is a job that the Shadow must handle alone.
But Lamont is dangerous. You might fail. He might kill you.
The Shadow won't fail, Margot. But if he should, it's far better that one die than hundreds.
Oh, Lamont, please. There must be a safer way.
Perhaps, Margot, but this is the only sure way to end the career of this mass killer. Goodbye, my dear.
Lamont. Oh, Lamont.
Look lively, Connors. Here comes the headquarters car.
Yeah, it's Commissioner Weston's car. He's plenty worried about this maniac threatening to kill another batch of people at 11 tonight.
Well, he'll sure have to go out of the theater area to kill him. They won't let anybody in the district here without a police permit.
Wait a minute. Here comes a guy. Hey, you.
Yo. Oh, me?
Yeah, you. Where do you think you're going?
Me? I'm going to work. That's where I'm going.
You got a permit?
Got a badge. See? Says I'm a night watchman. I got to go to work.
What do you watch? Where do you work?
I watch things in the ground. Down there.
Down where?
Down under the street. Down under the planks.
Oh, I get it, Bill. He's a night watchman down on the new subway they're building.
Yes, that's it. I go down them steps. Every night I go down them steps and watch.
Well, why did you say so? Get on with you. Get to your watching.
Thank you. Joe Tonetti is waiting for me so he can go home. Every night at 10:30, I take from him the job of watching.
Now, that's a job I wouldn't want any part of.
Me neither. I'll pound my feet on the street.
Oh, Joey Tonetti. Joey, you can go home now. I'm here to watch.
Hey, what's the matter? You're half a big speakerback fella. You're 5 minutes late. I want to go home. Here's the keys to everything now. You watch out. You don't go to sleep.
The police don't want to let me come to work, but I showed them the badge. You can go home now, Joey. I'll watch everything.
Okay. See you in the morning. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh, those people. So many people always pushing me. But I'll show them. I'll fix them good. I'll kill him. That shadow fella, I'll show him too. Now I'm alone. All alone.
Not quite, Anton Spivak. You are not quite alone. I am with you.
Huh?
Do you hear my voice, Anton?
Sure. I always hear voices. In the dark, on the street, and here under the street where I watch every night.
Yes, Anton. But you've never heard my voice before, have you?
Well, maybe. I don't think so. What's different about your voice?
It's the voice of the shadow.
Oh, you're a pretty smart voice. How'd you find me? Where's that shadow fella the newspapers talk about?
I am more than just a voice, Anton Spivak. I am the shadow.
You're the shadow?
Yes.
Where are you hiding?
I am hiding under the cloak of invisibility. You cannot see me because I have clouded your mind, so you cannot see that which is here.
How did you get down here in this subway excavation?
I followed you down the steps.
How'd you know where to find me?
I picked you out of the crowd in the central arcade.
How did you know I was the one?
Your eyes showed me. I knew then how much you hate crowds.
My eyes show you?
Yes. You passed close to me as I stood in the shadows.
Hmm?
The arcade is narrow. You didn't see me. No one saw me. But I saw you.
How'd you find out my name?
I followed you to the place where you live. I found out you work here, in the tunnels.
Then you followed me here from my home tonight?
Yes, Anton Spivak. All the way.
Good. You're a very clever Shadow. But you must go now. Let me do my work. I ain't got much time. Now go quick before I get mad. You're plenty smart. I'm glad to know you, Mr. Shadow, but now you have to go.
Yes, I'm smart. But you're smarter.
You bet.
Let me stay. I want to learn. You can teach me things. Then maybe we can work together.
You hate people, too?
Yes. I hate crowds. Let me watch you and learn.
All right. I'll let you watch.
What are you going to do?
You just watch.
What's in the shed?
You see? Dynamite. Sticks and sticks of dynamite.
Is this what you use to kill people with?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My precious dynamite. They kill the crowds I hate, see? Now, look here. Here's a stick of dynamite already fused. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 sticks of dynamite to go with it. Now, you watch. See, Shadow, I tie them in a bundle.
But how do you take that dynamite to the place where you killed all those people? It's a block away. How do you carry it?
That's where I'm smarter than you, Mr. Shadow.
Show me.
I'll show you. Now, look, see, it's almost 11 o'clock. Now, here. You see this little hook? I hook the dynamite to it.
Then what, Anton?
Wait, you hear that car overhead on the boards?
Yeah?
Well, if the light is red, it will stop right over our heads. Now listen. There, you see? The light is red. Now I take this crowbar. And I go up this ladder. Come on, you come with me.
Yes, I am still here. Although you cannot see me.
Now you watch it. I pry the end of this plank back, see? And I hook the dynamite on the brake rod. I strike a match. And I light the fuse. And when the light changes, the car takes the dynamite with it. And when the dynamite explodes a block away, I'm still here. While the... Oh, no, you put out the fuse. You've tricked me.
And here is the dynamite.
No, you took it off the car. It's gone without the dynamite. And I promised I'd kill a lot of people tonight. Now I have to wait. Tomorrow the crowds will be still pushing me. Scaring me. You tricked me. That's what you did. You tricked me. Where are you, Shadow? Shadow. Come here, Shadow. Nice, Shadow. Nice, Shadow.
I'm here. Anton Spivak.
Yes, I hear you. Nice, Shadow. Come close to me.
Put down that dynamite, Anton.
No, Shadow. I light another match.
If you touch that match to the fuse, you'll die too.
I'll kill you, and I don't care. You wouldn't let me kill people, and I don't want to live. I want to die. I want you to die too, Shadow.
Wait, Anton.
No, you blow up my match.
Yes, I have a plan. Those thousands of people waiting up the street.
Huh? Yeah?
You can kill all those people. Wouldn't that be better than just killing the two of us?
How? Tell me how.
Take your dynamite and come with me. Up the steps. Up to the street.
Oh, no. There's policemen out there. I saw them.
But they won't see you any more than you can see me.
No, they will see me.
Hypnotize them.
Huh?
Hypnotize them. Look straight at them. Stare at them. And then they won't be able to see you.
No, I'm afraid.
Think of all those people waiting to be killed. Come. Just a few more steps. I am with you. You'll be safe.
But I'll try. I'll try. All those people waiting to be killed. I'll try. But don't you leave me, Shadow, or I'll light the fuse.
I'm here, Anton Spivak. Look, there are the two policemen. Just stare at them hard as you pass, and they won't see you.
All right, I'll try.
Well, it's past 7, Connors. Looks like a false alarm this time. Hey, wait a minute. Here's that night watchman. Yeah, what's the matter with him? What's he staring at? Look what he's carrying.
You can't see me.
Dynamite. Grab it.
No. Take it away from me. Let me go. Hold it. No, I said no.
I got him. It's a mass killer.
No. Oh, he lied. He fooled me. He said you couldn't see me. No. Give me my dynamite. I want to kill all those people.
Hold him.
No.
Here's Commissioner Weston.
We got him. We got the maniac.
Good work. Here, let me look at him.
No. He tricked me. He said you couldn't see me.
Where'd he come from? Up out of a subway excavation, Commissioner. He's a night watchman.
No, he tricked me. The shadow tricked me.
Oh. It was the shadow.
Yes, Commissioner Weston. The shadow. I found the killer, but the glory is all yours.
Before we tell you of the Shadow's next exciting adventure, here's John Barclay, Blue Coal's famous heating expert, with an important message I promised you. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Barclay.
Friends, there are just 2 more days left in November. That means that homeowners have only 2 more days in which to phone their Blue Coal dealers and get the full details on how they may have a Blue Coal heat regulator installed in their homes for a free trial period of 2 weeks. To me, this is the most unusual offer ever made. The free use of a Blue Coal heat regulator for 2 whole weeks without any obligation on your part to buy. Believe me, friends, until you've used one of these marvelous thermostats, you don't know what real comfort is. Imagine having your home warm and cozy from morning till night without once having to make a trip down to the furnace. And that's not all. You'll find you burn far less coal with this regulator, too. But don't take my word for it. See for yourself. Phone your Blue Coal dealer tomorrow. I thank you.
Friends, for your own sake, do as Mr. Barclay suggests. Phone your Blue Coal dealer tomorrow and get full details of this amazing free trial offer. Prove to yourself what thousands of satisfied owners already know, that with a Blue Coal heat regulator, you get more uniform heat, more economical heat than the most expensive oil burner can give you. But don't wait. Phone your Blue Coal dealer tomorrow. The story you have just heard is copyrighted by the Shadow magazine. The characters in this story are entirely fictitious. Any similarity to persons living or dead is purely coincidental.
The weed of crime bears bitter fruit. Crime does not pay. The shadow knows.
Extra! Extra! Hear all about it! Next week, same time, same station, the Shadow's latest adventure! Extra! Extra!
Next week, same time, same station, Blue Coal will again present another thrilling adventure of the Shadow. Be sure to listen. announcer Arthur Whiteside.
Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The shadow knows.
Blue Coal presents The Shadow, the mystery man who strikes terror in the very hearts of shopsters, lawbreakers, and criminals. Today, the Death Triangle. Ladies and gentlemen, The Shadow will be with you in just a moment. In the meantime, I'd like to remind you of a well-known fact. Coal-colored blue means better heat at less cost. For when you buy blue coal, you're getting the cream of old Pennsylvania anthracite. The harmless blue coloring with which blue coal is trademarked is your guarantee of clean, even, safe, dependable heat all winter long. Such heat ensures the health of your entire household. So when you order coal, specify blue coal. Ask for it by name. Phone your order to your nearest blue coal dealer tomorrow.
On this day, December 22nd, 1913, by order of the authority of Devil's Island, you, Pierre Martin, are hereby sentenced to 100 days in confinement solitaire and 100 lashes in the presence of the assembled prisoners as a warning to all who would attempt to escape. Let the punishment begin.
I will find the devil who betrayed me.
1.
I will learn his name.
2.
I will kill him.
3.
I will find him. I will kill him.
4.
I will kill him.
5. 6. 7. 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt this program of organ music to bring you a special news flash from our affiliated press service. New York, December 12, 1937. The Shadow has been found. Dr. James Evans, world-famous child surgeon, told reporters this afternoon that a wounded man who claimed to be the Shadow forced his way into Dr. Evans' private clinic, and at the point of a gun forced him to remove a bullet. The wounded man then revealed that he was none other than that mysterious character who has waged a one-man war against crime, the Shadow. Before Dr. Evans could report the case to the police, however, the Shadow mysteriously disappeared. The famous surgeon believes the Shadow has little chance of surviving his wound. Our organ recital now continues.
Hello? Dr. Evans speaking.
Dr. Evans, the man you claim to have operated upon was a fake. The real Shadow has not been wounded.
The Shadow? You are the Shadow?
Yes, Dr. Evans. You don't seem surprised.
I'm not. I've been hoping you'd get in touch with me. That statement I issued was false.
False? Come now, Dr. Evans. A man of your high standing in the medical world does not issue false statements without very grave reasons.
There was a very grave reason. I need your help. An old acquaintance of mine, Raymond Dubril, the financier, has received a death threat.
Have him notify the police.
No, he refuses to do that.
Then let him take the consequences. Unless... Dr. Evans, have you also received a death threat?
Yes, I have.
Before I made this call, I investigated your past, Dr. Evans.
My past is a matter of public knowledge.
You were once a political prisoner on Devil's Island. You escaped 20 years ago with 3 other men. Raymond Dubril, the banker, and Pierre Martin, The concert pianist.
Yes, but our convictions were reversed by a high court a year after we escaped.
I know it was proved that you three were innocent. But what about the fourth man who escaped with you? A murderer.
Jacques Corbet. He was caught and sent back to Devil's Island.
After the escape, one of you betrayed him to the police.
I don't believe that.
Why else should he mark you for death?
Then you know Corbet escaped from Devil's Island a second time 6 months ago?
Yes, Dr. Evans.
Then you're interested. You'll help?
Yes, I will help. But only because your life is in danger, Doctor. The world can ill afford to lose the skill and genius that has saved the lives of countless children.
You overestimate my importance, Shadow. But will you help?
Yes. When and where does Corbet's warning say he will strike first?
At Jubril's Long Island estate tonight.
How do you know this warning came from Corbet?
Jubril received a miniature music box in the shape of a coffin in the mail this morning.
A musical coffin?
Yes. And when the lid of the coffin is raised, the music box plays a tune. A tune Jubril, Martin, Corbet, and myself whistled as a danger signal when we were planning our escape from Devil's Island.
Where is Jubril, Dr. Evans?
At his Long Island estate. Martin is staying with him, and I am driving out there to spend the night. I had hoped you'd come and help.
I will help you, Dr. Evans. Tell Jubril and Martin that the shadow will be there tonight.
Oh, good afternoon, Miss Lane.
Is Mr. Cranston at home?
No, Miss Lane, he's not.
You know where I can reach him?
Well, he may be at his club.
No, I tried there.
His office?
Yes, everywhere. Nobody's seen him all day.
Oh, is there anything I can do?
Be sure and stay here in case he comes home. I'll call you on the phone later.
Yes, miss.
I've got to find him. I've got to. I've just got to. I've got to find Lamont. Maybe Dr. Evans knows more than he told the newspapers. His office said he might be at home. Number 33. Yes, this is it. Oh, Lamont, I knew they'd shoot you someday.
Yes, miss?
Is Dr. Evans here? I must see him.
I beg your pardon, miss, but are you another reporter?
Yes, and I must see Dr. Evans. It's important. It's a matter of life or death.
I'm sorry, miss, but Dr. Evans has nothing to say to the press. He's not at home.
But I must see him. I must find him.
I'm sorry.
That car. That's Dr. Evans' car.
Yes, miss.
Where's he going?
I'm not at liberty to say, miss.
Never mind. I'll find out myself. Taxi! Taxi!
Okay, miss. Where to?
Follow that big black limousine, the one with the green cross on the license plate.
Well, that's a doctor's car, miss. I may have to break a lot of traffic laws if it goes through red lights.
Never mind. I'll pay the fine. Don't lose sight of that car for a minute.
Okay, lady. But this is going to be one fast ride.
Driver!
Yeah?
Driver, slow down. That car's turning in at that estate.
What do you want me to do? Go through the gates after?
No. Stop here.
Okay.
Here's $5.
Hey, thanks, man.
I wonder if this is just a wild goose chase. Lamont couldn't be way out here, not if he's wounded and dying. That car, it sounded like... Oh, but it couldn't be. It is. It's Lamont. Lamont!
Margot? Margot, what in heaven's name are you doing here?
Oh, Lamont, then it wasn't true. You weren't shot. Dr. Evans didn't operate on you.
Oh, so you heard that news flash, too.
The papers are full of it. I tried to find you out the office, at home, at your club, everywhere.
I'm sorry, Margot. I should have known you'd worry, but I've had a very busy afternoon. How did you get here?
I followed Dr. Evans' car. He just drove through those gates. What's happening, Lamont? Are you trying to find out why he said he operated on the shadow? Is someone impersonating you?
No, Dr. Evans did that, knowing I'd get in touch with him. He needs my help in a very special manner.
But why? Is someone after him, threatening him?
Yes, also the owner of this estate, the banker Dubril and Martin, the concert pianist.
And you're going to help them?
I'm interested in helping Evans. He's a great doctor and a great humanitarian. His life is in danger.
Lamont, now that I'm here, is there anything I can do?
Yes, Margot. Wait in my car. Keep your eye on the house. If you see a light go on and off twice in one of the windows, drive to the nearest payphone and notify the state police to come to the Dubril estate.
I'll watch for the signal.
Fine.
I suppose there's no use my asking you to be careful.
No, Margot, but I'll try. I'll try to avoid really putting Dr. Evans to the trouble of removing a bullet from the shadow.
Jabril, stop pounding on the table and cursing Covey.
Oh, that's all very well for you to say, Evans. Your turn hasn't come, but it will. If we three sitting here, you or me or Martin, don't get Covey when he comes here tonight, you will be the next on his list. You or Martin.
Don't concern yourself about my fate, Dubril. I am not afraid of Covey.
Oh, you'll change your mind if he manages to kill me, Martin.
I wonder what it's like to die. What do you think, Dubril? Or do you ever think of anything but your fat stomach and your money?
Gentlemen, this is no time to argue. I have something more important to tell you.
What is it, Evans? I hear you had quite an experience today. Operated on this man who calls himself the Shadow.
Yes, that's what I want to talk to you about.
Ah, there's the man, Dubril, the Shadow. He might save you from Covey.
What could he do? I've had the best private detective in the country trying to find some trace of Covey ever since he escaped from Devil's Island again 6 months ago.
By the way, Dubril, I've always wondered who tipped off the police when Covey was hiding, after he helped us escape 20 years ago.
Covey was a murderer. We were innocent men.
And also, who betrayed me, Dubril, the time I tried to escape alone the first time?
Martin, Dubril, now listen to me. A moment ago, we were talking about the Shadow. Well, he isn't dying. I didn't operate on him. I announced that, hoping the real Shadow would get in touch with me.
And did he?
Yes. And he's coming here tonight to help us.
I've always been curious to see this Shadow.
You won't see him. No man has ever seen him, but he'll be here.
Oh, Evans, for a man of intelligence, you're talking like a fool. The age of ghosts and mystic presences is...
You're wrong, Jabril, you're wrong. Because I am a doctor, I can readily accept the fact that the Shadow is a master of the powers of mental suggestion, of mass hypnosis. Recent experiments have proven conclusively that...
Rubbish.
Allow me to convince him, Dr. Evans.
What was that? Who spoke then?
The Shadow, Dubril. You do not accept the theory of my power of invisibility, but perhaps you will accept the fact, for I am here.
Sit down, Dubril. You look rather pale.
If I am to help you, you will all sit down. Sit at that table there. I understand there is little time to lose. I must know the whole story, the truth, if I am to help you.
Do as the Shadow says. Sit there, Martin. And you, there, Dubril.
Well, why don't you talk back, Dubril?
Be quiet, Martin. Dr. Evans, I will help you if I can. But there is one gap in the chain of events leading up to this moment.
I'll tell you anything I know, Shadow.
Then tell me this. When and under what circumstance did Covey first threaten your lives?
It was the last day we spent in the open boat in which we escaped from Devil's Island 20 years ago. Storms had blown us off our course. Our food was gone. Our water was exhausted. Covey, the only one who knew how to navigate, was... Well, he was slowly dying from hunger and thirst. I can still remember his cry.
Water. Water. Oh, be quiet, Covey. There is no water. The cask is empty.
You're lying, Dubril. All of you. You've been drinking my share. Give me that bucket. Give me a drink of that
Don't let
bucket.
us get back. Don't let it. Salt water will kill him.
What does it matter, Dr. Evans? 17 days in this open boat. Nights of storm and days of blazing heat. Water. Water. I'm dying, I tell you. Dying. You're not giving me my share. You're stealing my water. Where will you be if I die? I'm the only one that knows navigation.
Be patient, Covey. It may rain tonight.
Oh, we might as well be back on Devil's Island. At least there was bread and water there.
Bread. Bread. A crust. Just a crust of bread and water. Water.
There's no bread, Covey. The last truck went 3 days ago.
You're cheating me. Killing me. You only brought me along to steer the boat, and now you're starving me to death. You don't want me to live. But I will live. I'll get you for this. I'll live to kill every one of you for this. You, Dubril. You, Martin. You, Evans.
Oh, shut him up, Evans. You're a doctor. You know what to do.
Look, Dubril, look. Seagull.
What's the matter if we have no guns?
You know, but don't you see? The gulls never go far from land or a ship.
Oh, you're right, Evan. Look to the west. It's land. Land that's rock.
All right. There, to the southwest. You can see the sun of the mountains. We're saved, free at last. Come here. Sit up. Look. We've sighted land. There'll be food and water plenty for everybody.
You tried to kill me, starve me to death, but I'm going to live. I'm going to live until the last one of you is dead. Dead!
Yes, you threatened all three of us. And so you see, that's how it all began.
And now Covey is free and out to get us, Shadow.
But what makes you so sure it is Covey?
Well, it couldn't be anyone else. It's Covey, all right. He sent you Breel that thing on the table.
That oblong box?
Yes, Shadow. Notice its shape. It's a miniature coffin, beautifully carved.
Covey was a woodcarver. He was always handy with a knife.
But still it does not follow that he was the one.
Except for one thing, Shadow. When the lid of the coffin is raised, it's a music box. And that tune it's playing was the warning signal we used while planning our escape from Devil's Island.
Remember, only the four of us knew it. You, Breel, Covey, Evans, and myself.
Oh, stop it, Evans. Stop that cuffing thing. Stop it, I tell you. I can't stand it.
So you have a conscience, eh, Breel? That danger refrain recalls the past, doesn't it?
Stop talking about it.
It looks as though Covey meant business, doesn't it?
Don't sit there conniving over me. You forget your turn, maybe next, maybe tonight.
I am not forgetting anything, Breel.
You better steady yourself, Breel. I'll get you a drink.
Oh, never mind. Here's the decanter. I'll pour it myself. Oh, that tune! Where is it coming from? I smashed the cover.
What happened to me? It's the decanter in your hand.
Someone changed the decanter. Covey! He did it! He's here! He's been in his house tonight!
Where are you going?
To my room! I don't trust anybody! I'd be safe there behind locked doors, alone! And if Covey comes, I'll be ready for
Wait a minute, wait!
Let him go, Dr. Evans.
But he shouldn't be left alone. Covey may carry out his threat.
Are you sure it is Covey?
What do you mean? It must be. It couldn't be anyone else. Coffin, the decanter, are his warning.
I know. But you said the four of you knew the signal. Are you sure it isn't one of you?
What? Of course not. I thought you said the Shadow was here to help us.
I am. But I am content to let events lead themselves to a logical conclusion.
You mean you won't use your power to save us from him?
I shall use my power at the moment it is required, Dr. Evans. Right now, for instance. Look on the table.
Huh?
There's a note where the decanter was standing.
Good heavens. Covey has been here. Listen to this matter. You are the first. And you will die tonight, Raymond Dubril. Ladies and gentlemen, the Shadow will return in a moment. There are thousands of families living around snowbound Buffalo today who are as snug as a bug in a rug thanks to blue coal. You have read how the whole city of Buffalo has been literally snowed in. In that entire area, business practically came to a standstill for several days. But those families who laid in their supply of blue coal kept comfortable. The icy, biting winter blowing outdoors made no difference to them. These storms are reported to be coming eastward, so take a tip and get ready. Put in a supply of blue coal tomorrow. It is the most economical fuel that you can use. Furnaces, parlor stoves, and cooking ranges in New England were designed to use anthracite, and blue coal is America's finest anthracite. Blue coal is mined by the Glen Alden Coal Company and is especially prepared for home use. It is available in all domestic sizes: egg, stove, chestnut, and pea. Every carload of blue coal is laboratory tested for purity and sizing before shipment from the mine. Blue coal burns steadily and evenly, sending a full supply of heat to the living quarters of your home, even in the most severe weather. Get set for winter tomorrow by ordering blue coal. You will find the name of your nearest blue coal dealer in the Where to Buy It section of your classified telephone directory under the name Blue Coal.
You Breel, wake up. I have come for you.
So you've come, Covey. Oh, you poor deluded fool. Do you think I'd let you kill me in my sleep? I've been awake, waiting here in the dark for you to come. A little light, huh? So you've grown a beard since I saw you last, Covey.
And your hair is gray.
That gun in your hand won't save you, Dubriel. If I die, I will take you with me.
Listen, Covey. I didn't steal your food in the open boat. I swear it.
Oh? You also betrayed me to the police. You told them where to find me. And I am not the only one you betrayed, am I, Dubriel? You betrayed Martin the time he tried to escape alone, didn't you, Dubriel?
Yes, but what do you care, Covey? He wouldn't take me with him. But I did not betray you.
And you paid Martin for those 100 lashes and those 100 days of bread and water he got because you betrayed him?
Oh, he doesn't know. He will never know it was I.
Dubriel, you remember how we passed the long days in that open boat, going nigh?
Oh, raise that light, Covey.
We got so good we seldom missed.
I'll shoot if you move.
But Martin was the best. You may shoot me, Dubriel, but my knife won't miss.
Oh, wait a minute, Covey. I will make a deal with you. Listen, Covey. You're out to get Evans and Martin, too. If you throw that knife, I'll shoot you and you will never get them.
Oh, you would help me kill Evans. I know he's here in the house.
Yes. I hate Evans and Martin, too. I will help you get them.
So, you would betray Dr. Evans to save yourself, Dubriel.
Shadow. Covey, don't be afraid. He's only a man. By some trick he can make himself invisible, but he's flesh and blood. Quick, lock the door. We'll deal with him first.
He won't get out.
Now, Shadow. What can you do to stop us? Speak up. I dare you to speak.
Listen where his voice comes from, Dubriel. Then shoot quickly.
No. The shot would bring Evans and Martin. Throw your knife, Covey.
Make him speak. I won't miss.
Speak up, Shadow. We will find you anyway. You can't get out.
I am here, in the corner.
In the far corner. Throw your knife, Covey.
I heard it.
Oh, you missed. He was there.
No, only my voice was there.
He's there in front of you, Dubriel. Shoot!
Yes, I will shoot now. Yes, I will shoot. But not the Shadow. He came here to help us catch you, Covey. And he has your knife. It's gone. Now, Covey, you are helpless. And now I'll deal with you.
You treacherous snake. You fool. You think I carry only one knife? This one is for you. Oh, you damn it.
But I take you with me, Covey. Come here. Hold the doors. Come down.
Dubriel is dead, Dr. Evans.
Ken. Covey's kept his word. Where is he?
Look there, on the floor by the window.
Covey. Not Covey.
Dubriel tried to save his life by promising to help that man kill you.
Dubriel? Dubriel offered to help Covey kill me?
Look closely, Dr. Evans. Remove the gray wig and the false beard.
Wig? Beard? It's Martin!
Yes. Martin, disguised as Covey.
Still alive, breathing.
Get away from me, Evans. Don't touch me. I hate you. I hate you both.
Why did you do this, Pierre? Why?
I hated Dubriel because he betrayed me on Devil's Island. I hated you, Evans, because you have got the things that I always wanted. Success, fame, glory. It was I sent the musical copy. The warning note. I knew you'd think it was Covey. I've got Dubriel, but Covey will get you, Evans. He's after you. He will get you. He will kill you. He will...
Mother! Stop breathing. Dead.
Yes, Dr. Evans. He is dead. You are quite safe now.
You forget Covey?
No, Dr. Evans. I knew, even when I phoned you today, that it was not Covey who sent the musical coffin.
What?
I knew it was not Covey. It had to be Martin or Dubriel.
Why didn't you stop them?
Martin and Dubriel were both criminals plotting to kill you. If I'd stopped them, your life would have been in danger as long as they lived, hating you always for having attained the things that life denied them.
But you forget, Shadow. Covey may find me. Succeed where Martin failed.
Never. I learned the whole history of all of you before I saw you.
Yes?
Everything, Dr. Evans. Your escape from Devil's Island after Dubriel's betrayal of Martin that resulted in the 100 lashes, and his resolve for vengeance. And from the authorities at Devil's Island, I learned the truth about Covey's last escape.
Yes, I see now. I see now why he hated us. But what about Covey?
You are safe now, Dr. Evans. Safe from Covey. The chain of logic is complete. 3 months ago, a bleached skeleton was found on a deserted beach at Trinidad. It has just been identified as the body of Covey.
Before we tell you of the Shadow's next exciting adventure, here's John Barclay, Blue Coal's famous heating expert. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Barclay.
Good evening, friends. While you're doing your Christmas shopping, why not get a gift for your own home? Something will not only make it a cheerier, happier place in which to live, but also make it easier to run. To my mind, the perfect gift for any home is a Blue Coal heat regulator. This marvelous thermostat provides the last word in comfort. For example, there's no running up and down stairs to open and close dampers. The Blue Coal thermostat does that tiresome job automatically. Keeps your home at just the temperature you want from morning till night. It can be attached to any kind of heating equipment. Steam, hot air, hot water, even a parlor heater. It will give you more uniform heat, more economical heat than you can get with the most expensive oil burner. In fact, this Blue Coal heat regulator will completely modernize your present heating equipment. And yet it costs only $18.95 plus a small installation charge. You'll be amazed at the amount of fuel it saves you. So this Christmas, give your family the gift of a lifetime, a Blue Coal heat regulator. Your nearest Blue Coal dealer will be glad to give you complete information regarding it. Phone him tomorrow. Thank you, Ken Roberts.
Thank you, Mr. Barclay. And friends, take Mr. Barclay's good advice. Make this Christmas a memorable one by having a Blue Coal heat regulator installed in your home. You'll save at small cost time and time again in fuel consumption, and you'll make your home a happier, healthier place in which to live. So don't wait. Phone your nearest Blue Coal dealer tomorrow. The story you have just heard is copyrighted by the Shadow magazine. The characters in this story are entirely fictitious. Any similarity to persons living or dead is purely coincidental. And at this time, may we remind you to mail your Christmas presents and cards early to secure delivery before December 24th. There will be no post office service on December 25th.
The weed of crime bears bitter fruit. Crime does not pay. The Shadow knows.
Ladies and gentlemen, an event of unusual interest will be broadcast from this studio at the end of the program. Be sure to listen. And before today's exciting adventure with the Shadow begins, I'd like to offer a suggestion for home heating comfort. The next time you need fuel, order Blue Coal, America's finest anthracite. You don't have to get a full supply. The Blue Coal dealer will be glad to send you a trial ton. Use it, compare it with your regular fuel in every way. It's 10-to-1. You will find Blue Coal gives you better heat at less cost. So order Blue Coal by name. Phone your order to your nearest Blue Coal dealer tomorrow.
Hello, Mr. Carver. Well, what do you want, Dawson? Why don't you at Carverville tend to business? Fine mess you've made of things.
Oh, so you've seen the story in the paper about conditions up in the village.
Yes, you brainless fool. Don't you know you can't keep things quiet by manhandling a reporter?
Now, wait a minute, boss. I can explain that. We had to rough that reporter up. He was taking pictures.
I don't want any excuses. I pay you to manage my mill. If there's any more publicity about living conditions up there, you'll find yourself out of a job. Now get out. Don't bother me with details. Get out.
Okay, Mr. Carver, I won't bother you with details. But if anybody else comes up to Carverville snooping around and asking questions, we'll make them wish they never heard of the place.
Commissioner Weston, I tell you it's an outrage. Don't you agree, Cranston?
It's a pretty solid state of affairs, Commissioner.
Granted, the conditions existing in this little mill village Daniel Carver owns are an outrage.
Why, he ought to be kicked out of this club.
What do you think, Cranston?
I agree, if the newspaper accounts are true. Sickness, half a dozen deaths recently.
The authorities ought to be able to do something about a man like Carver.
Apparently not. He owns Carverville, lock, stock, and barrel.
Speak of the devil, here's Carver now.
Yeah, good evening, gentlemen. I gather you're discussing me and the maliciously distorted story about Carverville that appeared in the papers?
As a matter of fact, we were, Mr. Carver. Won't you sit down and give us your side of the story?
There's nothing to discuss. There isn't one word of truth in that reporter's story. The people in Carverville are perfectly satisfied. They don't complain.
Perhaps they don't dare.
They have no reason to complain, Cranston. I give them work in my mill, provide them with homes.
Homes? Why, they make the worst city slums look like Park Avenue.
Carverville is my affair.
Well, maybe so, but this club may have something to say about your membership, Daniel Carver.
This club, a bunch of mawkish busybodies. What do I care? Vote me out. No one ever speaks to me here anyway. Go ahead, vote me out. Vote me out, go ahead.
Must be some justice.
Law. Oh, he's within the law. But now here's a case for an amateur criminologist like yourself, Cranston.
Yes, there must be some way of helping those poor devils up in Carverville. Some way of dealing with a man like Carver.
Lamont Cranston, would you mind telling me the reason for this long drive in zero weather?
You'll soon see the reason, Margot. You're now entering Carverville. Take a good look at it.
Oh, how drab. How awful. Look, Lamont, broken windows stuffed with paper. I'm beginning to understand why you're here. But how did you hear about it?
Daniel Carver, the man who owns this charming little mill village, is a fellow club member of mine.
What are you going to do, Lamont?
I don't know exactly until I've talked to some of these people.
As Lamont Cranston or the Shadow?
As a nameless social worker for the present, Margot, but I have a strong hunch the Shadow will have to play a big part if anything is to be done to help these people. Here we are.
You want some gas, mister?
No, thanks, but could you tell me how to get to Mrs. Tucker's house?
What do you want? Ma Tucker's got enough trouble already, what with her old man and kid dying since the cold set in.
I read about it in the papers. We've come here to help.
Listen, mister. Carverville folks ain't got much, but we ain't asking or welcoming no nosing around from strangers.
If you'll just point out Mrs. Tucker's house, I'll see what she has to say.
Right over there by the creek. But don't say I didn't warn you, mister.
Thanks.
Come along, Margot. I may need your help to get Mrs. Tucker's confidence.
Well, I'll do anything I can. You know, Lamont, there's something terrifying about this village.
How so?
Oh, that man and the way people are watching us from behind curtains in the windows of every house along the street.
You're afraid of something, Margot.
Of what?
That's just what I hope to discover in this house.
Oh, there's something sinister about this place.
Wait, Margot. Someone's coming to the door.
What do you want, mister?
Are you Mrs. Tucker?
I'm Ma Tucker. What do you want?
May we come in?
You say what you got to say.
Please, Mrs. Tucker, we've come to help you.
No, you... Oh, all right. Come in. It don't matter. Nothing matters now.
Thank you. Mrs. Tucker, we realize you've been through a terrible ordeal, losing your husband and son within a week.
Well, I ain't no worse off than anybody else in Carverville.
What are you going to do?
I got one boy left, Sam. He works in the mill.
Mrs. Tucker, how much rent do you people have to pay for these houses?
Hey, you better get out of here, mister. You don't want to get me in more trouble for talking to you at all. You better get out.
Who would make trouble for you because you talk to us?
Never you mind that, mister. And if you know what's good for you, you'll get out of Carverville before Dawson and the others from Carverville get here.
Hey, Ma, who are these folks?
This is my son, Sam.
Hello, Sam.
Howdy. You welfare workers from the city?
You might call us that. We've come here to investigate conditions.
They've been asking questions about the houses, Sam. I didn't tell them nothing.
Well, why didn't you, Ma?
What?
I'm sick of all this fear old man Carver and his spies. We kept quiet for years, and what's it got us? What did it get Pa and young Jim? We slave in the mill, and they rob us at Carver's store, and we live in these pigsties that Carver calls houses, and when we're old and sick, he lets us die off like a lot of mangy dogs.
Shut up, Sam. Don't talk like that. Somebody'll hear.
Well, let him hear. It's time somebody heard the truth. Can't you do something, mister? Can't you help us? If somebody don't help us, God only knows where this will end.
Thanks for speaking out, Sam. You'll have to help.
Lamont, there's a crowd gathering outside.
What?
I knew it. I knew there'd be
Now, you
trouble.
be quiet, Ma. Listen, mister, I got a notion you're all right.
Come on, Tucker! Sam! Open up! We're gonna take them smart alecky strangers out of town, like we did that reporter.
Listen, Sam, we'll have to leave or there'll be trouble. Will you meet me in the next town in a couple of hours? I've got to know everything that's been going on here if I'm to help you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll meet you.
Look for my car on Main Street. Come on, Margot, keep close to me.
Lamont, I hope no one saw Sam Tucker meet us down this road as you asked him to.
I hope not, Margot.
What are you going to do now that he's told you the tragic story of Carverville?
Going back to Carverville.
Right now, tonight?
Yes, first to call on old man Carver.
I thought he was in the city.
He evidently heard that more strangers were in Carverville this afternoon asking questions.
Oh, what a beast Carver must be, Lamont. If you could only be made to see the misery and suffering he's caused.
He's going to see it, Margot, tonight.
Lamont, there's Carverville. Oh, not that I'm afraid.
We're stopping. That's Carver's house right ahead there.
Yes, I see a light downstairs, Lamont. What are you going to do?
Margot, do you remember Scrooge in Dickens' Christmas Carol?
Yes, and Carver is worse than Scrooge ever thought of being.
Tonight, Daniel Carver is going to feel more remorse than Ebenezer Scrooge ever did.
He deserves it. I'll wait in the car, Lamont.
It's bitter cold.
None of those poor people down there in those flimsy houses can stand it. I can. I'll wait here. But how are you going to make Carver visit those poor people?
Margot, tonight Daniel Carver is going on a sightseeing tour. Personally conducted by the Shadow.
In just a moment, we will continue with the second part of the Shadow's thrilling adventure. While you are engaged in last-minute preparations for Christmas, don't neglect the health and comfort of your family. Be sure of a cozy, warm home during the holidays by ordering a supply of blue coal. No matter how cold or how mild the weather, blue coal is the most economical fuel for heating or cooking purposes. Up in the Arctic regions, where the temperature today is at least 60 degrees below zero, fur traders and trappers are keeping warm with blue coal. They've used other fuels, only to find that blue coal will keep them warm more economically than any other fuel. Blue coal is a Pennsylvania anthracite, the fuel that burns long and steadily. It is the fuel that furnaces, parlor stoves, and cooking ranges in New England were especially designed to burn. And the finest Pennsylvania anthracite is blue coal, mined by the Glen Alden Coal Company, employing American labor, and it is transported by American railroads. Every carload is laboratory tested for purity and uniform size before shipment. Blue coal comes in all domestic sizes: egg, stove, chestnut, and pea size. For economy's sake and for greatest comfort in cold weather, insist on blue coal. Phone your nearest blue coal dealer. You'll find his name listed in the Where to Buy It section of your classified telephone directory under the name Blue Coal.
Dawson, I told you if there's any more trouble up here in Carverville, I'd fire you, didn't I?
Yeah. Well, there ain't been no trouble, Mr. Carver. Not yet. If that guy that was here this afternoon comes back tonight, we'll make him wish he'd never heard of Carverville.
What makes you think he will come back?
I know he's coming back. Tonight. You got Sam Tucker to meet him down in the next town.
How do you know that?
I took a rubber hose to the kid when he came back about an hour ago. He wouldn't talk. We got enough out of him to know that social worker is up to something.
Well, I don't want any shooting and killing now.
You just leave that fella to me, Mr. Carver. You said you didn't want to be bothered with details.
What are you going to do, Dawson?
Nothing much. But don't you worry. There ain't no law against a fella being shot accidental while he's snooping around in the dark. You just leave the details to me. So long, boss.
Yeah. I was a fool to come up here from the city tonight. No cold country house. No electricity. Nothing but candles. The wind even blows the door open. What was that? Who blew out that candle?
The wind. The wind blew out the candle. Are you afraid of the dark, Daniel Carver?
Who are you? What do you want? I have no money here.
I don't want your money. I have come for you.
Who are you?
I've been called fear, conscience, remorse. But I am best known to your kind as the Shadow.
The Shadow? I don't believe in things like that. You're a man. I hear your voice. If you're one of those stupid fools from the village, you've got any idea of killing me, you'd better think first. You'll hang for it.
Since you will not believe that I am the Shadow, let us pretend I am one of those unfortunates from your village. Let us pretend that here in the darkness I am standing with a gun pointed at your heart.
Oh, well, what do you want of me?
I want you to come with me. Come with me.
No, you're going to murder me. I won't leave this house. I won't go with you.
Come, or I'll use the gun you are so sure I have in my hand, even though you can't see the gun, or my hand, or me.
Yeah. All right, I'll come. I'll do anything, only don't shoot. If it's money you want, I'll get it for you.
Get in your car.
First, let me get an overcoat. It's bitter cold.
No. It's time you learned what it feels like to be cold.
Where are we going?
Drive down to that squalid sink of misery that bears your name. To Carverville. Don't cry out. Don't try to escape me. For I'm right behind you. In the back seat of the car.
What do you want me to do in the village?
Stop at that little bridge. Be careful, Carver. I can read your thoughts. You're thinking you'll cry out, attract attention, and get away from me. But you'll never get away unless you do exactly as I tell you for the next few minutes.
What are you going to make me do?
You will go where I tell you. And listen. And watch.
And what if I meet someone?
If you should, don't speak.
Oh. There's a little bridge.
Stop the car. Now get out of the car, Daniel Carver. This is the Tucker house. Walk to that lighted window over there. Stand there by that broken pane stuffed with paper.
Why, you brought me here. You better look out. Bill Dawson, my foreman, and some men are out looking for some stranger that's been snooping around here. We might be shot by mistake.
That is a chance we must take, Carver. Look into that room and listen.
All right. Well, listen, Ma, everything's going to turn out all right. Those folks who were here today, they're going to do something.
Oh, I'm trying to hope so, Sam. But hoping comes mighty hard when hope's been killed so often. Pa's dead. Your brother's dead. You gotta go far away. After what's happened, Dawson will fix you good. It won't be just a beating. He'll fix it so something will happen to you at the mill. You gotta go away, son.
Yeah, but I can't leave you, Ma. Not even long enough to hunt another job.
Oh, don't you fret about me, Sam. I ain't got much longer on this earth anyhow, son. You get away. You get away from here while you've got a chance.
Oh, Ma. Ma, you're crying. You didn't even cry when Pa died.
Seemed like I couldn't. Seemed like he was better off dead, 'cause he was free of old man Carver at last. At last.
Oh, Ma, don't.
Come, Carver. I have something else to show you.
What are you trying to do? Where are you taking me now?
You will see. Tell me, Carver, have you ever heard the story of Scrooge?
What does the story of Scrooge got to do with me?
You are Scrooge, Daniel Carver, a 20th century Scrooge. And this is Christmas. You'd never believe it to look down the streets of this mill town of yours. Would you, Carver?
And what do you expect me to do about it?
You are not your brother's keeper, are you, Carver?
Let me go. My hands are freezing.
Still thinking of yourself? Is that the Christmas spirit, Carver?
Let me go and I'll do something. Send some Christmas baskets.
That would ease your conscience, wouldn't it? No, Carver. You're not going to get off so easy.
I've seen enough. Where are you taking me now?
Just a little way. A few steps to that lighted window over there. To that house with a car standing in front of it.
If they can afford a car.
That is a doctor's car. Your villagers don't own cars. They don't own anything. Go to that lighted window there. Look in. See what is happening. Listen.
There's frost on the grass. I can't see.
There's another broken pane. The hole is filled with paper to keep out the cold. Like the Tucker's window. Push the paper aside.
All right. I will. Try and be calm, Mrs. Anderson. I know it's hard, but you must for the child's sake.
I'll try, Doctor. I will try. I can't help feeling the way I do. My husband dying of pneumonia only last month. Now Judy going the same way.
Oh, there's still hope. I'd move her to a hospital if there were one near enough. I wish there were only some way of keeping these rotten Carver houses warm. But you might as well try to heat a barn.
Mommy.
Listen, Carver.
Mommy.
Yes, darling. I'm right here, Judy, dear. Mummy's here.
Mommy, could I have Cecile?
Of course you can, honey. Here's your doll, Judy.
Mommy, do you think Santa Claus will bring me a real doll?
I hope so, Judy. I'll ask you.
Come, Mrs. Anderson. She may sleep now. We'll try to keep the room warm. That's all we can do now. That and hope. Hope for the best.
Look at that child, Daniel Carver. She's dying. And you alone are to blame.
No, stop. Don't torture me anymore.
If that child dies, Carver, there will be no candles on a gift-laden Christmas tree, but white candles shedding a ghostly light around a packing box coffin.
No, stop.
It will be the monument to your life
No.
of selfish greed.
No.
And the cross you will bear through all eternity. Unless
what?
Unless you make amends.
I'll do anything. I'll do anything to make amends. I didn't know. I've been blind, selfish.
No baskets of fruit or pennies in the snow will wipe out your sins against these long-suffering people, Carver.
I know. I'll make everything right. That little girl, she needs medicine, a warm house. Let me go in and get the doctor to move her to my house on the hill. I'll get specialists. I'll do anything to save her life.
Wait, Carver. That is only the beginning. What of all the others? What of these death traps you call homes?
I'll tear them all down, burn them, build new ones, houses that are warm and comfortable and safe. I swear it. Who are you? I owe you everything for showing me what I've been doing to these people who depend on me.
I told you once before. I am the shadow.
But you are a man. Why can't I see you?
I have clouded your mind, made it impossible for you to see me. You will never see me. Never hear my voice again, Daniel Carver. If you keep your word.
I will keep my word. I swear it.
If you don't, the shadow will return. And the next time...
Hey, Al! You seen any of that fella? Oh, hey, Bill!
Shadow. It's my foreman, Bill Dawson and Al Trimble.
Yes, I know. They mean to kill a man. If they can find him.
They're after some fellow that was here this afternoon with a young woman. Welfare workers, I think. What do we do?
Let them come. This is your first test. You are responsible for their acts. What are you going to do, Carver?
They might shoot us by mistake. They've got shotguns.
This is your chance, Carver.
If that fella's around here, we'll find him, Al. Go run it back to Tucker Shack and take a look. Okay. I'm just itching to draw a bead on that nosy city fella.
Now's your chance to deal with Dawson. What are you going to do, Carver?
I'll show you. Just watch me. Don't shoot. Dawson! Dawson, don't shoot! It's me, Carver!
Carver? Hey, what are you doing here? Coming in an ace of blowing your head off.
I've come here to see what I've been doing to these people by giving you a free hand.
You said you didn't want to be bothered.
I know. I'm to blame. I've been blind. But that's all finished now. I'm going to make this village all over, build new homes, make up for all the misery I've caused these people.
You're getting kind of soft, ain't you, Carver?
You won't think so when I tell you that you are through. Fired, you and Al Trimble and all your kind.
Listen here, you mealy-mouthed old skinflint. You can't fire me. I've done your dirty work too long.
You get out of Carverville, you're through, Dawson.
Yeah? That's what you think. You or nobody else is firing me.
Put down that shotgun, Dawson. You'll hang for this.
The devil I will. It'll be an accident. An accident like what's going to happen to that city.
Dawson, don't you pull that trigger, you fool!
Say your prayers, you rat.
Ah, you missed.
No, something knocked the gun up in the air. You didn't, Carver, you couldn't. Something just about knocked the gun out of my hand.
You are quite right, Bill Dawson. I saved you from committing a cold-blooded murder.
What was that? Who said that?
The Shadow, Dawson.
Shadow? A ghost?
Call me what you like. But I am here, helping Daniel Carver, helping the people of this village.
Bill! Hey, Bill! Dawson! You get him?
Al, come on, we're getting out of here. Something just talked to me.
You must be drunk, Bill. Hey, what's that over there?
It's old man Carver. But it wasn't him. It knocked my gun right out of my hand. Come on, I tell you, this place is haunted.
There ain't no such thing.
Yeah. Listen to that. Where is it? Come on, tell me, where's it coming from? Who's that laughing? It ain't Carver.
Yeah, it did sound kind of like a ghost. I don't see nothing.
Go quickly, both of you. Get out of Carverville and don't come back.
Come on, Al, you fool. Let's get out of here.
Hey, Bill, wait! Wait, don't leave me here alone with that thing. Wait!
Shadow, are you still here?
Yes, Daniel Carver.
Oh, thank you, whatever you are. Thank you for saving my life.
I saved you because you have much work to do.
If there was only some way of repaying you for making me see the truth, you should have credit for all this.
Just bring happiness to the people of this village, Daniel Carver. That will be your repayment, in full, to the Shadow.
I'll do it.
Look, Carver, people of the village are getting up enough nerve to come out of their house.
I'll call them all together right now. I'll tell them what I'm going to do. I'll make this the happiest Christmas season they've ever had.
Yes, I believe you will, Daniel Carver.
What happened in there?
Who's that?
Yeah, who's been shooting? Anybody hurt? Hey, golly, it's Mr. Carver.
What are you doing here?
What do you want, Mr. Carver?
Wait a moment, all of you. Oh, I know you have good reasons to hate. Tonight I've been shown why. Someone came to me. Oh, I don't know what it was. I don't care. All I know is he was like a spirit of God. He has shown me how to create a new Carverville, a happy Carverville, where the spirit of Christmas will shine all these years through. Men and women, a shadow has brought us light.
This, Carver, this is the peace on earth, goodwill toward men.
Friends, this afternoon we have an event of unusual importance to bring to you. The Shadow program is to be honored with one of radio's most coveted awards, which heretofore has been captured by other outstanding programs such as Jack Benny, Fred Allen, and The March of Time, the Pilot Radio Award. Mr. Harry A. Smith, president of Blue Coal, will accept this award from Mr. Sylvester Thompson, vice president of the Pilot Radio Corporation, who will make the official presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Thompson.
Thank you, Mr. Roberts. During the past year, the Pilot Radio Award Society has been making periodic awards to various programs on the air which represent the highest achievements in their particular fields of entertainment. And so it's only natural that your program, The Shadow, should have come to our attention. For we can easily understand the reason why The Shadow has held its high place in popular favor for so many years. It brings all the thrill and flavor of mystery drama to radio audiences. In addition, the committee commends you very highly upon bringing some of the finest actors of the American stage into the homes of so many radio listeners. Recognizing your noteworthy contribution to fine radio entertainment, I take pleasure in presenting to you, Mr. Smith, the Pilot Radio Award of Merit, and I am certain that The Shadow will continue to delight radio audiences for many years to come.
Thank you very much, Mr. Thompson. On behalf of the Glen Alden Coal Company and the D.L.&W. Coal Company, producers and sellers of blue coal, it gives me great pleasure to accept this award. We greatly appreciate this recognition of our efforts to entertain the radio public. We realize, however, that the credit is due to those who prepared, directed, and presented The Shadow. The Blue Coal Dealers of America join me in expressing their appreciation to our very able artists
who have presented this entertainment, and our thanks to you for this recognition of their efforts. I assure you that they will endeavor to keep their future presentations of the same high quality that we endeavor to maintain in every ton of blue coal.
The story you have just heard is copyrighted by the Shadow magazine. The characters in this story are entirely fictitious. Any similarity to persons living or dead is purely coincidental.
The weed of crime bears bitter fruit. Crime does not pay. The Shadow knows.
Next week, same time, same station, Blue Coal, America's famous anthracite, will again present another thrilling adventure of the Shadow. Be sure to listen, and be sure to burn blue coal, the solid fuel for solid comfort.